So, I would like each and every one of you all to gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these band of misfits, a tale of the corruption within and that of an everlasting frost. For this be the infamous tale of the Frostmaiden. Our journey left off with our heroes finding themselves waking up in an igloo far on the outskirts of the Asia Arctic. As they woke to the Goliath werebear, who seemed willing to put up with our heroes' shenanigans long enough to provide shelter. Eventually, the question was asked what they were to do in their next journey. However, upon discovering that Oyame Nartak had a family missing and that were abducted by bandits, the party would decide upon that route. Very hesitant, though, was Oyame Nartak to let the individuals get involved with such dangerous foes. Even she didn't think that she could handle it. And it was apparent that our heroes would need to grow in strength, and grow in strength fast. Teaching them the ways of the Azure Tiger and how to hunt and craft, the werebear would task the likes of Lika, Pyre, Thorin, Groswarl, Bjorn, and Anth on a wild hunt. However, it'd be put on a hold as flying overhead they see a massive mechanical phoenix known as the Stormbird flying overhead with another one of the werebear's siblings in Aegon. A Goliath mage who had been captured, and without hesitation the party would seek to rescue him, while Oyame Nartak did recon on the bandits. That being said, survivors, listen now. The time to prove yourself and strength is upon us. It's time for them to use all of your knowledge, your strength, and teamwork to pull off this rescue mission in Session 5 of Rime of the Frostmaiden. That being said, let us begin with your adventure and your journey. Alrighty, my friends, let us do this. So, oh goodness, I'm glad I had this thing ready because I had this prepared just in case for one person, but now I get to use it for both. So, first things first, I'm gonna get you guys a little bit of ambience as usual, and then I'm gonna switch on over to the map of today. We're just gonna switch over to this. Alright, good enough. So, let us switch on over. So, as you guys are, and it'll be loading in just a moment, but as you guys are traversing, walking through the snow, you see as you're able to get an idea of your surroundings now that you aren't really, well, running for your lives. You guys are all keeping up a good pace, and at this point, you all continue forth and find the frozen tundra awaiting you. As you begin to do so, you all are starving, you all are cold and thirsty. And without finding more resources soon, you may meet your end even sooner. That being said, I believe, it's in my notes and whatnot, I have good news and not the greatest of news. So, the good news is, because you are down 2 people, you don't have to worry about this as much. But I need each and every single one of you to make Constitution saving throws. But before you do, I need you all to choose one person who doesn't need to worry about eating or drinking, as you both have 1 water resource and 1 food resource that you can sort of expend. You do not have to worry about Groswarl or Bjorn at this time, so you have to choose between Pyre, Thorn, Anth, and Lika. Which one doesn't have to worry about starving or being dehydrated?
For the water, can I just pick up snow and like melt it with produced flame and drink it?
Yeah, sure, if you want to. After this exhaustion roll. You guys just never did it. So, that being said, who would want, or who would like to not have to worry about any sort of food or water? If If nothing is decided, I'll just roll a dice and we'll go from there.
Let's roll dice.
Yeah, let's just roll dice.
Neither of us want to make it difficult on each other.
You got it.
No.
So that said, or Thorn, you are 1, Anth, you are 2, Lika, you are 3, Pyre, you are 4.
Wait. Was it one person?
Yeah, it's one person that doesn't have to worry about eating or drinking, and that person is Lika. All
I'll
right.
find food. Don't worry about it.
That being said, it is assumed that over the course of your time after like going through your adventure, you're able to gather the bits of water and food that you procured earlier, and you're able to consume it to provide sustenance for a bit. But regardless, this isn't going to be enough to sort of aid for all of you. I'm looking at the Ascent, Rime the Frostmaiden, or yeah, you guys have no resources besides medicine at the moment. Yeah, it's you have 2 out of 5 medicine right now, but everything else is 0 out of 5. That being said, next thing I need us to do before we begin is Pyre, with your new ability, if you'd like to roll your 2d20, and then just write those down somewhere and keep them safe. That 20 is a big 20 right there. That's good. That's clutch right there. Divination Wizard's about to pop off. All right. And a 3. Those are like actually like the best rolls you could possibly get besides like a nat 1. Jesus. All right, good stuff, Pyre. Oh wait, hold up. Can they not see the roll? They cannot see the rolls. Whoops. Let's fix that. For whatever reason, that was the thing.
He controls the dice.
Yeah, basically.
Alright. So I'm using the natural 20 on a convincing roll for the bird to just fly away. We run in, grab him, and we'll run out, right? That works, right?
Yeah, okay. Okay, buddy.
I mean...
So, the other thing, last but not least, I believe we are... So, actually, wait, I need to fact check one thing. Hold on. Is it time? I think it is. Oh, no.
Wait, can I quickly go back to the whole thing?
Oh, no, wait. Hold on one second, hold that thought. Well,
Alright.
no, because then that would mean that this is... Sorry, I'm calculating some stuff in my brain, time-wise. Hold on. Because that would mean this is, but then you guys are now here, and, but it was, so it's there, and... No. Next time. Okay. Alright, I got it. Or maybe that was all a red herring. So no, it is still sort of occurring right here at this moment. Okay, so as you guys are sort of traversing and whatnot through the snow, now I need you all, or the other 3 of you, to make I need you guys to make a Constitution saving throws to resist exhaustion. As you all are traveling through the snow, you guys are freezing your butts off at the moment, starving, dehydrated. It is a rough time. On a natural 20 of Pyre, you're able to resist for now. However,
Oh my god, second.
for how
Not
long?
20.
Oh man, this guy rolled actually 2 20s in a row. Jesus. That said,
That's not my role. I don't want exhaustion. I'm using Tides of Chaos.
all right, Tides of Chaos. All right, re-roll
Wait,
again.
Hold on, I'll double check if it.
I think you can. I think you can use it for
Yeah,
saving
yeah,
throws.
saving. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, go
Oh,
for it.
no. Oh, no.
It would be funny if he. Nothing. I'm not gonna wish that into existence.
Yes.
22. That is really good. That's clutch right there. That's clutch. But
Wild magic.
yep, wild magic. First, roll 2d20 for me. Here we go. We don't even get to start the session. We just got to roll for all the shenanigans first.
Someone turns into a potted plant.
6. Oh no. All right. So that's right above it. That being said, Thorn, I need you to roll a d1000 for me. Oh my god. Oh gosh, 267.
Oh, Although,
What
if you
happens?
start generating food, I think all of us are gonna eat it. Therefore, look, food.
I mean, honestly.
There's wild magic, a fucking house in there.
All right. Hey, I need you to pick 2 things for me, Bimroth. I need you to
Okay.
pick. All right. Pick a number or pick the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one? Thank you for the sub, Sean. Appreciate it. Ah, that's lame. Okay. All right, pick a color.
Yellow.
Yellow. All right. So, I'll get back to you in a moment. So, as you guys are sort of traversing through the snow, also I should let that be known. You guys are able to resist the exhaustion for now, but only for a couple of hours. You best find food and water shortly, or may end up having to deal with the consequences later. But regardless, you push on. Well,
Just
hold on.
start
Let me
melting snow to drink, though.
Yeah, if you want, but one moment. So, as you guys are sort of going about throughout the snow, you see as, again, you're able to get a little bit more of a general idea of your surroundings as you weren't having to worry about, you know, just sort of running away for your very lives. At this point in time, you do see as Groswarl and Bjorn have been a little bit more quiet than usual, despite their nature. But up ahead, it seems to make a little bit of sense. And you see as, well, 2 things have actually occurred. Oh boy. You all feel, well, you kind of all, as you're taking these sort of steps, feel a little bit lighter. You feel as if almost kind of like a great weight has kind of been lifted off your back. And you feel as if you can almost nearly fly. That said, I need you all to make dexterity saving throws for me for 1 moment. Alright.
Oh, swoop.
Uh-oh. My luck has ran out.
Uh-oh. Alright, let's go around the board. What we got? Oh. And for, Zappy did not do good. So Zappy will fail. Anth, what about you?
It's an 8.
8, alright. 8 will fail. Lika, what about you?
Out of 12.
That will also fail. Pyre and Thorin, what about you two?
7.
Fail. Thorin?
Wait, hold on. I'm doing that. 1 sec.
Oh no.
That'll
So this
succeed.
is what could happen.
Okay, so, oh god, this just all happens at once. Oh no, yeah, all 3 things happen at once. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, alright, this is a lot. So, first things first, you guys all watch as you look towards the sky and you see as it begins to flicker for 1 moment. You see as it begins to flicker from that of a darkened sky of night, then immediately to a brightened sky of day. Still an overcast and more, but it definitely is a lot lighter outside to the point where you guys can see. That said, another thing happens. Well, Thorin, you look ahead and you see as a couple of your companions are just sort of walking about, just walking, and then they just begin to start floating. And floating, and you guys kind of begin to look down. You're almost like struggling to sort of stay amongst the ground as you're just sort of slowly floating outwards to who knows where. That being said, it gets even weirder because at this point, Thorin, your wild magic begins to occur. And you see as immediately, just sort of spraying from your fingertips down onto the ground and almost behind you, you just see as this yellow color just begins to spill out onto the snow. It kind of looks like you pissed on the ground. So, with all 3 of these things happening at the exact same time, as you guys all begin to start floating about, the sky changes from night to day. Thorn looks like he might have pissed himself, maybe. What are you all doing? Oh my god.
Lika's going to enjoy her newfound freedom. And I'm gonna be apparently, oh, something happened. Oh shoot. Oh.
And would just look at Thorin and, what did you do this time? What?
Thorin will just point at the at the yellow snow and just start shouting, "I did not piss myself! I did not piss myself!"
Not that. And just points at himself like going, just people floating.
Oh man. So
Wait, what? I didn't do that.
I have a hard time believing that.
I should say to explain to you guys, because I did a bad job of explaining this before. So, you guys are now at this moment in time experiencing low gravity, and it is very, very low. Basically, this means that your character has a double to jump height. You have advantage on strength checks and disadvantage on dexterity checks. You don't suffer from difficult terrain. We're not using that. But though, because you guys haven't had training with it, and this is your first time experiencing it, you best not necessarily stay out here for too long or without clinging to something, or you will start suffering exhaustion as well. That said, well, you guys are sort of just floating about. You guys can continue.
Wait, I am floating as well, or no?
If you want to. You can just jump up.
All right.
Oh yeah, Sensei, on the, that one person has to be the one who doesn't eat, and is it also not drink, or?
Yeah, it's also not drink.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that instead of rolling, can we just pick that Anthrax would have volunteered to be the one to not drink or eat?
I mean, sure, we already rolled the dice, so if you want to retcon them, yeah, okay. I don't think.
Yeah,
I
meant to say it's simply that things happen.
Okie dokie.
Lika's gonna look at Anthrax and be like, no. I already had apple. Like, I had an extra one tucked away inside my backpack. It's still good. It was really frozen. So you keep your food. I will be fine. I see trees, and look, I am floating. And she's gonna try to do like swimmer poses in the air now that she's got this newfound like flying speed.
Oh boy. You see his Zappy is just kind of struggling. He's just sort of like doing almost barrel rolls in the air. He is very, very confused at the moment, and he's just sort of going with the flow. You see, he's just trying to like zap over to every which direction, but he is struggling a bit.
So just to confirm, how much feet of movement do we have while we're floating?
Same feat. I'm not doing the difficult terrain thing. Now, granted, you can't really control where you go unless you just like try to start swimming. If you're in the air and stuff like that, I mean, it's like you have different, or you have half your movement speed. But I mean, I'm not gonna be a stickler about it, you know. It's not 0G though. It's not like, oh, you just sort of push somebody and they just start floating off into space. It's not like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
So we are like walking, but
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Moon Man, sort of like woo, you know, sort of
How
thing.
many feet up in the air are we at the moment?
You guys, because you haven't came down, it seemed to like sort of throw you off balance. So you're about roughly 15 feet in the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you feel very
this
tall.
Does this also mean that our weight is basically lower because of the low gravity? So can I use Mage Hand in any funny ways in this situation?
Yep. Oh, I also forgot the other thing. My bad. You also have an increased carrying capacity. Jumps can be longer and higher. You have reduced or no fall damage, and projectiles can fly further. That includes spells.
Huh.
But only like ranged attack spells, like not the spells where it has to be in a certain range of you casting and concentrating.
Can I leap? I want to jump now. Now that I know that we can do this, can I leap? Just leap as she's testing things out. Now that she knows, like, oh, I am taller than everybody. She's never experienced this before unless she's like climbing on people's shoulders. So could she leap over to like high and see what she can see? Like leap and jump and do her crazy monk shit over here?
Yes, you could. Alright, real quick, just for the sake of it, make a performance check or an acrobatics check.
I shall make a performance, although I'm better at acrobatics. Just to see if I can do it.
7. So you're getting it's more of you getting used to it, but I mean you're able to do like a little bit of a twirl and you're able to land. The landing's not the greatest, but I mean it looks kind of acceptable. Not bad, not
Just
bad.
looks like a snowbank. It just exploded with a little person in it.
That being said, as you eventually land over here, you do see an individual off to the side, and they definitely seem to be strange. They weren't there a moment ago, but they seem to be there now, as it seems to be clearing with almost through the snow. And you see as a massive individual in black is just kind of literally just making snow angels at the moment. And you all see
my God.
this individual. You goddamn right he is.
Lika's gonna go. Lika's gonna go. She's gonna try to acrobatic her check over there and try to help make snow angels with him. Like swim, run, whatever. The fastest way she can go.
Oh boy. That being said, move your token over there and you can join this individual as they are making... I don't think you know their name though. Do you know their name? I think I told this group, right?
Nope, but she's
Okay.
given him a name.
Alright, you got it.
His name is Mr. Birdie Face Birdie Face Mask Man.
That being said, Lika, you said you just start doing snow angels with them?
Yes.
Alright, you got it. These two individuals are doing snow angels together.
It's like a very small creature next to a very large creature making snow angels in the snow.
That being said, what are you guys all doing?
Right, with that gravity thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Thorin is gonna jump up, and in mid-air, he'll try to propel himself with the sound wave of the thunderclap to go backwards.
Alright, so as you cast the spell, you immediately clap your hands together and you hear a loud boom as you get sent flying backwards. As you begin to do so, you send yourself flying upwards towards the cliff and watch as Thorn begins to vanish from sight. That being said, Thorn, you feel on top of the world at this point.
That's awesome!
I suppose I would be helping Savvy with his getting along with my mage hand and take the dog with us.
Alright, you see as he begins to struggle a little bit, he just sort of bites down on that hand and then just comes along with you. Also, Lika, you've received an inspiration point from chat, specifically from Quaint Cat, for doing
Thanks,
snow angels.
Cat. Thank you. It doesn't really look like a snow angel. It looks like
Oh yeah, because the tail. Yeah, because the tail. Oh man. That said, eventually you will see as Groswarl and Bjorn begin to slowly approach this individual. And as they do, you'll see as the individual who seems to have no name at the moment, for the time being, will immediately just sort of look directly towards them. He'll just stop. He'll just sort of groan for a little bit of a moment. And with great acrobatic skill and flexibility, you will see as he will kip up directly to his feet, jumping off of the ground and landing perfectly. As he begins to do so, he sees he just sort of brushes his coat off from all the snow and begins to look towards all of you and does a little grandiose motion and tip his hat. That said, you'll see as he just sort of stomps his foot into the ground where the snow angel was, and you will look down and see as it leads to, or a portal begins to form, and the portal itself seems to lead to that of a small tavern. That said, are you guys doing anything, or are you letting him do his work?
You guys gonna look up at him and go, Tavern Man.
Say that one more time.
Tavern Man.
See as he looks at, or he looks towards you.
Hey, cool.
Is
Man.
this a place Pyre recognizes?
Yes, it is. as you've been there before. And you were taken by him before.
Thorin will try to propel himself further. With the thunderclap again.
Alright, Thorin, you cast Thunderclap. Boom! And you get sent flying past or higher above the cliff. Now at this point, you definitely feel on top of the world as you appear all the way over here. About like 50 feet up above them. Yeah, actually probably like around 30 to 40.
And we'll just start screaming.
What do you scream out?
Just general scream like, Yeah.
Alright, you guys just are talking to this individual. You just hear screaming from Thorn.
Here's something. Oh. 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 It's Mr. Sparkles.
If I suppose Anthrax sees the tavern door again.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. That's.
Oh, hold on. By the way, you're rolling, not and. Oh, fixing that.
Oh, okay.
Like, what the fuck is rolling here? Wait a minute. All right. Well,
I mean, he was just asking, can we at least take some food from your tavern? It's just.
He just shakes his
I
head.
suppose you have some there, I suppose.
He will shake his head no.
Oh, that's just rude.
He'll put his like hands on his hip and just sort of lean towards you.
Don't be mad at me. Just asking.
See as he just shrugs. And then he'll just look towards Groswall and Bjorn and then just point down. You see as they don't begin to sort of move or anything. So he's just gonna literally just sweep the leg and trip them both then.
I told you, just rude. Just.
So I would have seen all of that, right?
Yeah, like this is happening right in front of you.
Do they go right into the tavern and then that's it?
So yeah, what you can see a little bit, like as you're directly in front of it, we'll first make a perception check because I want to see how much you do see. But go for it.
For some odd reason, Lika has a really amazing perception.
17.
All of the rolls so far.
Is that the final roll?
I think so.
Alright, so as you look into the tavern, you see as it seems to be definitely a little bit busy. From what you can tell, obviously Groswall and Bjorn, they actually do begin to walk in and take a seat. But you also see as there are a couple of other individuals as well. With your 17, alright, let's see which one you see. Let's roll a D3. Alright, you see the likes of a Yanti woman, sitting or residing in there. They seem to be definitely not dressed like any of you. Almost kind of similar to the Forbidden Expanse in that attire, from what you can tell. Almost similar to like a Kalani. But, that being said, that's about as much as you really see before eventually the doors it's kind of like overtaken by the size of this individual as he begins to step inside. If no one else is saying or doing anything, you will see as he will just sort of kind of nod in thanks, tip his hat once more, and jump on in before shutting the door behind him.
You guys immediately going to go towards Pyre before like doing anything, like little swimming motions. So, Mr. Fireman, this is a very serious question. What did you drink in that tavern? Did
you don't
they have
remember.
ice cream?
Pyre just kind of blankly stares at you and just kind of, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Your ice cream was probably not memorable. And then she's going to look for Mr. Sparkles and try to go all the way up there. All the way.
That being said, start moving your token and get to climbing.
Pyre wants to search this bush and see if there's any like food or berries on it.
Sure thing. Make a survival check or investigation, your choice.
Which one am I gonna do, Sensei?
Oh yeah, you dumped your wisdom. I forgot. Or did you? No, you didn't. You did not. No. I'm thinking of what's his name? Fuck, I can't remember. Oh well.
But my investigation has a +6. So
21. With that said, you do find a couple of berries, but they seem to definitely be frozen from what you can tell. But however, with your form, you could probably just warm them and whatnot, but regardless, you do find a couple of frozen berries. That said, do you want to take them?
Oh yeah. Pyre's basically just gonna go around to each one of these bushes on the map and just like try to find food.
Alright. So if that's the case, just make one general or secondary survival check, and then we'll go from there. That said, from this bush of berries, you do find one food resource. There you guys go.
Survival or survival investigation?
This is survival. Because now you're like actually foraging. 14. All right. Throughout the just sort of going from bush to bush, you eventually find and gather enough resources to. Well, you find a couple things. You find a couple of herbs that may be able, or maybe a little bit helpful for tending to wounds and whatnot, or even crafting health potions, as explained by Miss Oya. But you also find another set of food, but that's really pretty much it. It'll get you by a little bit, but not by much. Alright. So, that is another food resource for you guys, and another medicine resource. Good stuff. That said, Lika, you can continue just moving your character towards Thorn, and I'll tell you, you'll know when you see him, he is very up high. And Thorn, I assume you're still screaming, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Alright. That said, Zappy's going to look towards you for assistance, and...
Yeah, I just still use Mage Hand to move him along wherever I go.
You got it. You guys are able to jump up here, and then you just see his Zappy just following by. Alright. So, eventually, as you guys are sort of traversing to the top of this area, you have eventually, over time, are able to find the likes of Thorn, as he seems to be just above this sort of cliff and whatnot. And you see as he's just screaming and yelling at the top of his lungs for not really any reason. He just seems to be doing it.
And as I see them approaching, just gonna say, damn, you all looked so tiny from up here.
I'm already tiny. What do you want?
Yeah, and then you looked even smaller than an ant.
Ah! She looks down at her hands on her body, and then she like, I'm not an ant, I'm a bear.
Bear ant?
Oh, there's a song about ants and bears. Want me to sing it for you?
If you want to.
Okay. Look for the bare necessities.
Oh my god.
Better be careful, you're gonna get a DMCA on that one.
It's over. Stream's over. Project Aurora's been canceled.
Delete the VOD.
Delete the VOD. Delete the VOD. Oh man. This one's getting demonetized. That being said. No, I'm fucking with you. That being said.
There's a bush here.
There is a bush. This is assumed that, again, Pyre is just sort of like, he's cleaning house, like looking towards each bush and, you know, checking it to see if there's anything. Finding a couple of things, finding not so much of things everywhere else. That said, oh, go ahead.
Once we're once we're all up here, Pyre's gonna take out his mess kit and start scooping snow into it, and then just melting the snow.
All right, into your mess kit. Do you have like a container that you can sort of hold it in besides the mess kit?
It says that in my starting stuff I do have a water skin, and I'm assuming at this point it would have been empty.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do that easy enough, and you can actually melt it, so you're not just having to sort of hold it over a fire. So that being said, between you and Produce Flame, you're pretty much good to go. How long are you kind of doing this for? Like until it's full and you're just passing along the water skin to everybody?
Yeah, well, if anyone else has like a water skin, like Pyre's just gonna go around scooping snow, melting it, making sure like, oh, like we don't have anything. And so now after not eating, he's like, we should really kind of start looking for food and some healing and just kind of making sure we can make it to this nest.
It's really smart.
After Foreign notices the him melting the snow, he will just approach and just tell him, that's really smart. Taking out his own mess kit and using prestidigitation to melt the snow.
That being said, as you begin to do
and
so,
helping him out with it.
yeah, between the both of you, you all are able to secure a bit of snow. Now, does anybody else have a... Now, the good news is you guys are able to, if you're passing out the water skins, obviously drinking it and all that stuff, and that's really good. Yeah. You guys, those who suffered exhaustion from this sense from water, you don't have to worry about dehydration anymore. Also on top of that, because I assume you'd probably want to stock up for more. Is that correct or no? Okay. Yeah. So you guys, because you have only 2 water skins, you're able to secure 2 bottles of water, 2 water resources.
I do have a water skin as well, unless it also has a water skin.
Okay, if you have one, then yeah, that'd be 3.
Unfortunately, Ant was prepared for civilization.
Don't worry, I've got a mug. I've got a mug that's still now going to be cleaned, if that's okay. We'll take the mug, and then whenever we're near a snowy area, she will just scoop up the water, the snow, and then into the mug. Get out of my water skin.
I mean, if you have a mug, we have a mobile boiler here walking with us.
Ooh, thank you very much.
2 fucking boilers?
Thorin, as you're sitting next to me, where's that piece of paper on you?
Oh no, here we go.
Oh, it's right here. Takes it out from the pocket.
No. I'm not asking. I'm just like out of character. Sorry.
Yeah, he's gonna steal it.
Here we go again. Oh shit.
Slightly sticking out from the front pocket.
How focused are you melting the snow?
I'd probably say pretty focused, but I don't know.
Pretty focused, I guess.
Okay. Just wondering.
No reason. No.
There's no reason.
Some serial killer vibes right there. Wait a minute. No reason to worry
Is
about
there
it.
anything happening while we're getting this snow? Like, are there any creatures that we need to look out for?
Well, the funny thing is, you look around and you haven't seen a single animal or creature. Actually, you haven't seen a single animal or creature this entire time since all the events.
Besides Zappy.
Yeah, besides Zappy.
Oh, does Zappy also require water?
Oh, actually, yeah, he would. I forgot about that. Good point. But yeah, you can give him a bit of water, obviously, because going through that sort of whole process. But yeah, he actually does require food and water. Or actually, wait a minute.
Well, after filling all our canteens, Pyre would like keep the bowl and like let Zappy drink out of it.
Easy enough. He goes to town. He's just fucking going away for it. That being said, you guys are all doing that. If you do want to continue forth, all you gotta do is just continue past this part of the map towards the right. You do see as coming up ahead seems to be the sort of stone hinges from before, as you traverse that way. Is there anything else you'd like to do before heading there, or are you guys going now?
Is there any other possible resources in this area before we leave that haven't been exhausted?
From what you can tell, that was what the survival check was for. Nah, you seem to pretty much cleared everything out.
Okay.
I forgot to ask, is there any way that there's like a stick my size and or like just a nice stick that I can use as a quarterstaff?
You're probably gonna want to look back towards this giant tree over here and try to rip a branch off, and maybe use that.
That's too far away. It's too far away.
There one too?
But branch is too soft for a quarterstaff.
No, right.
It would just be basically a small little pencil pen thing that would just like a ruler, eventually.
Alright, you got it. That said, you guys all continue forth. And as you do, oh boy. You all eventually return back to the sort of Stonehenge off to the side. You see as there are multiple upon multiple sort of stone structures with that of the tails of the gods, but you also still see in the center the sort of glowing blue orb. The same thing that Miss Oya mentioned before.
You guys gonna go towards Storin and be like, no sparkle bomb.
Before anyone moves, Pyre kind of looks. Should we be worried about what attacked us last time?
Yeah, we should probably avoid entering that thing and just go around it, right?
It makes sense.
Since we're here and we're going this way, Pyre's gonna want to go to this empty spot and just kind of like inspect the ground to see if a part of this structure had been missing or fallen or removed.
Alrighty. Going over to this area is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright, yeah, make a general, just investigation check for me. With a 13? Hold on 1 second, let me fact check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait, that's not right. My math is off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I guess I'm just dumb. Alright. From what you can tell with the 13, you do see bits of stones on the ground, but they do seem to be actually, from what you can tell, it seems to be like little bits of rubble. Not much, it's like a couple of stones every now and again.
Pyre's gonna pick up a couple of stones.
Alright.
A couple of pebbles.
Put in your inventory, or make a mental note, Stonehenge stones. Now, they seem to, a little bit more in depth with it, they seem to have sort of bits of design onto it. You're not entirely sure whether it's writing or not, or if it's just, again, for aesthetic design.
He would probably copy like a sketch of those designs into his notebook and would kind of try to see if he could sketch stuff together, and he just kind of goes quiet and starts following the group.
Alright. Another thing that you guys should note, oh boy, just one moment. You would also see as this orb right over here, you see as it begins to sort of change and shift in color. It changes from a sort of blue to kind of a sort of strange purple sort of hint. And it seems to be almost sort of changing colors sort of rapidly. Kind of, not necessarily like sort of spazzing out or anything like that. It just seems to be slowly fading and changing to different colors from greens, purples, to even blues every now and again. To the occasional red and even occasional yellow.
It's changing colors. Unlike last time, I think we should have another look at it.
Weren't
What's
we
that?
told?
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
I would still
my
be
bad.
helping Snappi move.
Yeah, I guess you... Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try to give Zappy permission so I can control him on this main screen. Configure permissions. I gotta be careful though, because I don't want it to reveal like everything. Dot 1 moment, and boom, I should be able to control Zappy. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was the reason why Zappy always is lagging behind, because I have to switch over to the other screen and go do it. Alright. So what are you guys trying to do?
Let's have a look again.
You
Look, now it's
remember when
purple.
Weren't we told that light transported people to
Yeah,
an
but
arena?
what if different lights are to different places?
Oh no.
Well, I mean, I would very much like to do that, but I feel like as a bird-masked man took our numbers from 6 to 4, I don't really feel comfortable going to, well, even more unknown areas than we already are.
Better the bird that you know than the sparkles that you don't.
But just have a look to see if it leads to a different place. I'm not saying go into it.
Is there in this area? Are we still floating a little bit?
Yeah, like it hasn't like necessarily stopped. Like you just sort of walking. It definitely is a thing to get used to, but I mean, you're able to sort of do the moon man walk where you're able to jump up and then just float for a little bit before landing and then taking another step.
Because basically breakdancing every time she spins up in the air. Are there any, like from this height, because there were a whole bunch of skeletons nearby, are there still skeleton bones that we can see peek through the snow?
Yeah, they do seem to be the ones that you guys have already taken care of and slain, though. They're just sort of scattered about.
I'm gonna tug at Thorin's little, like, whatever I can tug at, if with permission, and be like, no, you see down there, and you see look at that bony hand right there,
Yeah.
one holding the short sword,
Yeah.
one that nearly killed those two. He's gonna look towards Anthrax Empire.
I would say
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't see any skeletons holding the weapons and whatnot. Most of the skeletons, from what you guys can tell, their bones kind of exploded outwards and whatnot, got sent flying. You guys did a number to these guys. It wasn't pretty.
Anyway,
Okay.
see that shrapnel right there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they were really cool. I don't want to go through that again.
Okay.
She's gonna swim backwards, splash, aerobics over this way.
Alright. That being said, because, hey, you never know. Everybody make a perception check. 13, 17, 7, 13. Alright. Those are everybody's final rolls.
I think so.
Yep.
Alrighty. That being said, Thorn, as you are sort of traversing and whatnot, kind of upset, but you're kind of, eyeing the air.
Disappointed.
Yeah, disappointed, upset, and kind of just sort of looking and staring at this sort of orb and whatnot. You do see as it's sort of changing colors and whatnot. And, oh boy. Hold on 1 minute. You do, I mean, the most you can kind of see with a 17, you do see as definitely seems to be something sort of moving inside of it. And kind of lots of just general different flashes of color every now and again. Handful of pinks and whatnot, but it definitely seems to be like something sort of moving inside of it, but...
Is that something different with each color?
No, it seems to be consistent.
Okay.
It seems to be like just the same several things sort of moving about, despite the sort of different colors. Again, it's only with a 17, so, and from this distance, yeah, not able to really see much. All right.
I would have been able to see the look on Thorn's face, right? A little bit.
I don't know. Thorn.
I guess. It's not like he's hiding it.
Gonna look towards Pyre and the Anthem and be like, "Circles afterwards."
Oh, wait, what did you say?
Sparkles, like the sparkle ball with the strange
Oh,
Colosseum.
right. right. Yeah.
Goes afterwards. What do you guys think?
Sensei,
Mhm.
that word, you said
Yeah.
it was mentioned on a couple of these pillars.
Yeah.
What pillars were those?
You would have saw it. Oh god, you would have saw it on Iroas's, and you would have saw it on Mogus's over here.
Where was the other one?
So Iroas, the god of victory over here, and then Mogus, the god of slaughter over here. The two brothers.
So, is this the pillar that depicts that person?
No, over here would be that would depict Puphoros, the god of the forge.
Okay, because I just the reason why I was researching it all of them, so I was just wondering. Okay. Cool.
Alrighty.
Just thinking.
It's a man scheming. Alrighty, so if that's the case, you guys eventually begin to continue off, correct? And head further towards the beach.
Can I start kind of like making a general map of like potential distances and kind of locations as we're going towards the beach?
Yeah, you can. Easy enough. Alrighty. Oh wait, what the? Oh wait, no, that's fine. All right, so as you guys continue forth, past that of the stones and towards the beach, trekking forth through the snow, you push on and you continue pushing further, and you watch as the wind itself does begin to start picking up, and you do see as through the sort of almost freezing blizzard, you eventually arrive back to the dreaded shores of the crash site. As you look past everything, you see as there is a massive nest afar. However, it's definitely hard to see with the blizzard blocking more and more of your vision. But what's not hard to see, well, one moment, and we'll get directly into that. Oh god, I gotta change a couple bits of lighting and whatnot over here. Give me one moment while I'm setting up this thing off to the side. What are you guys conversing about on the way there? Oh, because I gotta change this stuff right here now.
No, I really do want to go see that purpley glowing light, but I would feel better if Scraswarrow and Mr. B were with us. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Understandable.
I'm sorry.
I just do not wish to take any unnecessary risks as of right now.
Right.
I mean, this is pretty realistic.
Because going to that giant bird definitely is not an unnecessary risk, right?
No. We are remember why we are going there. We are going to help someone. It's necessary to help that someone.
Yes, I agree, but you know, I'm just stating the fact.
Guess I wasn't really paying attention to this bird creature last time.
Oh, it is. Hold on, this is
To be fair, I also want to see the bird again.
What did it look like?
Yeah.
He was massive.
I think
Yes.
once you say that you could go want to see the bird again, Antrak would maybe think a little. Maybe the purple orb wouldn't be that bad of an idea.
You know. Alright. That being said, I think I have everything set up. Sorry about that. I had to change like all the bits of lighting and whatnot. Boom, boom, and I'm gonna go drag Zappy. But
Probably toward as you guys are like talking, Pyre is just really focused on like trying to locate the other paper that Anth had
oh boy.
and trying to weigh like which one he's gonna try to take first. So he's just quiet as we continue on.
Well, that said, it's gonna be a little bit more quieter. Cause what you guys see as you all approach closer and closer, you eventually find as there is an interesting sight, to say the least. This place has definitely changed at least a little bit since you guys have left. You
Since
look
we blew it up
about
on our way out.
and you see, well, it's not hard to see, is several more roaming creatures of starry light and astral ones sort of shifting and roaming aimlessly throughout the snow. You see as their bones crack and nearly break with every single movement as they sort of shamble about. Seem to be stragglers from the ones that you dealt with from before, but regardless. A more notable thing that you guys see in the nest from afar, there definitely seems to be the massive sort of mechanical bird just sort of residing there. It's kind of hard to get a good look at him through that of the blizzard and the storm, as your vision is kind of obscured and restrained. But they definitely seem to be sort of moving about. With each movement, the area around you begins to shake. And you kind of almost wonder and worry for a brief moment, but you still your resolve and continue. Another thing, or actually, that is about as much as you see at this very moment in time. So, before we begin, I need to stress one thing. You guys are level 2 at this moment in time. Now, you may do as you wish, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I strongly advise you all to be stealthy in this scenario, but again, do as you wish. I can almost assure you, alerting the Stormbird or really any of these individuals, it won't be looking too good for you. So, that said, you're going to need to use all of your, or if you want to continue forth, you're going to need to use all of your teamwork, and you need to use a lot of strategy and tactics to get by and secure, and well, I guess find wherever that individual that Miss Oya sort of mentioned is, and figure out a way how to secure them back to safety. That said, I wish you the best of luck, but now the time to prove yourselves is upon us. Alrighty, what would you guys like to do?
Dead.
Yeah. Seeing all this, Anthrax really thinks it's a good idea to actually go to the orbit.
Lika's gonna go towards Anthrax and be very, very quiet and stealthy and be like, if all things don't really go out to plan, I'll back. Let's go Sparkles. Let's go back Sparkles. Sparkles seems like a great idea.
Can we only see
That sound.
It's fucking just
Are we still?
flying.
I suppose this is still low gravity whole thing, right?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Anthrax would just like hover the mage hand behind Thorin in case he starts making any sudden moves. But
Hold on, let me get Zappy.
he just
He is here.
Is it dark out so we can't see past?
No, it's not the fact that it's dark. It's more of the blizzard itself has picked up to an extent where you guys can't really see past this area.
Gotcha. Okay.
Let's go.
Forward,
okay.
man.
Just that hearing that sound again, it just reminds me of this. That if things seem to go even a little wrong, I suppose we could go back to the orb instead of this whole thing. Because this starts to seem like far more risky than the unnecessary risks with the orb.
Sensei,
Yes.
the monsters that we did see, are these the similar in strength to the ones we blew up leaving this area?
Yeah, from what you can tell, they seem, for the most part, similar.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Sneaking forward, I guess.
All right.
Yep. I
Well,
would say
let's do
so.
this then.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys just walking through, or are you sneaking through? If so,
I would say sneaking. I would say sneaking.
All right.
Or actually, I don't know about Thorin. I don't know about Thorin. That's why I have the mage hand on the holder.
I'll
Well,
stay with Zappy.
he just started walking normally forward.
Oh yeah, you would definitely feel a tug behind you, just a mage hand trying to hold you back from going. Like,
What?
just don't
Let's go.
wait. I don't think it's safe to just go there.
Well, of course it's
We
not.
So we should definitely try to hide that we are here, in case there is anything that could maybe want to kill us, as it tends to be around here.
So you wanna be like a thief? Okay.
We can see that in the distance, right?
Yeah, you get like a general idea. Oh boy. So, I asked again, are you guys just standing where you are? Or are you trying to be stealthy?
I would say we would be trying, or at least Ant would try to be stealthy.
Whoever is trying to be stealthy, make a stealth check. Whoever is not, we'll get back to you in a minute.
Oh no.
20, 16, a natural 1 for a 7, and a 20. We also got to make one for Zappy. He is going to probably mimic all of you guys because he trusts you, I guess. 17. All right. That being said, good to know, Lika. We'll get back to that in a moment. All right, but you guys believe yourselves to be stealthy, so what would you like to do?
I would like to move forward, just scout ahead
forward.
a little.
That being said, keep in mind the map is open.
I would use that mage hand to not let you go like that. Just ahead. Sorry.
Well, I'm like, all right, that was easy.
I would keep you like almost at an arm's distance away from me. Roll you very low.
Alright, good to know. So at this point, Lika, as you're sort of traversing over here, you guys do begin to see sort of peering through, but the individuals seem to have like a sort of lower sort of vision range compared to you guys, maybe some of the after effects, but you see as they're approaching, Lika, as you're sort of looking about, just trying to scout out the area, you do see as you're looking about and the bits of the ground underneath you begin to just sort of drop and crumble below. You jump out of the way and try to immediately back to like sort of safety, and you're able to do so. However, as this happens, you definitely hear as both of the other individuals off to the side begin to look towards you, or towards the area of the sound, and begin to go, ow, and then begins to just start investigating almost immediately to see what's going on over here.
Can I
Lika's
use-
going to be very quiet and move as far back as she possibly can. Like super quiet. If it doesn't go very well, she's gonna run for that big, huge, purple glowing circle thing. Like she's just gonna run.
Alright. That being said, well, here, if you're trying to be stealthy as possible, are you trying to run, or are you trying to stand still and be stealthy? Which one?
I am running as stealthily as I possibly can.
Make another stealth check for me. Oh boy. Stealth check, alright. They're actively searching. So, they will Well, actually, hold on, let me make sure. They are... Oh yeah, they are actively searching. They will alert this. Okay, they're gonna make a couple perception checks. Now, granted, they're not the greatest at it. So that's 1. And second one, that's a 15. Oh boy. Alright. That said, anybody doing anything real quick?
As she's going backwards towards.
I see you thinking about it. Are you using it?
Are you talking to me?
I see you thinking. I see your brain sort of storming.
The problem is I don't want to really give it up at this point.
Oh man.
Can I cause a distraction using dancing lights to help Lika get away?
Alright, I'll tell you this. Yeah, okay, so you're casting dancing light. Where are you casting the dancing light?
I'd probably... because I can make it within 60 feet, but I'm assuming it in my vision range.
Yeah, you'd probably pass the shadows where you could see. So like right here or right here, you know, that sort of thing.
I would probably cast a light there quickly, so when they turn to snuff it out. So basically there and then gone, to kind of help keep the attention away from Lika.
Alright, that being said, as you're trying to quickly sort of cast that at the spell and try to get their attention, oh boy. Alright, so here's what I need. This isn't too hard of a DC, just make a quick sleight of hand check or Arcana check for me, Pyre. One or the other. This is to see if you're able to assist Lika, and this will give advantage on her stealth check. If you're able to do so. 24, you're able to do it quick enough, and you're able to get the attention of this creature up north. As you see as it begins to turn, however, the bottom one begins to look and glance over towards it. Lika, make another stealth check. Make it a good one for me. Oh, no!
It is better.
That's...
Why are the dice speaking so?
Oh man, alright. You see as the creature doesn't seem to be amused, but this one definitely does seem to be so. As well as the other creature beside it off to the side. It will turn its head and begin to go towards the orb. However, this individual begins to just start screeching about, not necessarily alerting, but just sort of shambling, and they seem to be trying to look up and start trying to climb this general area. At this point, Lika, you try to scamper off onto a safety or place as possible, but this individual is definitely climbing up here. That said, what are you guys all doing?
Can I take a pebble?
Well, another thing you guys should also note, this individual is also heading in your general direction, so you guys are gonna need to do some stuff. You guys are gonna need to do some stuff quick.
We should kill them. We should kill them. I can do it. I can try to do it silently.
Can Pyre take a pebble he picked up and chuck it over the ridge, trying to get it to like scatter down the ridge?
You would be able to, but you're smart enough to realize that a pebble probably wouldn't be able to sort of like distract him in this moment between the blizzard and just like the noise. Well, here I can give you guys a little bit of ambience, but between the noise of the blizzard itself and also just the visibility of it, you know?
Okay.
All right. Got anything else for us?
Should I attack it? Should I attack it?
Shit.
Looking at Ant and Fire.
Wait just a second. I would like to use thaumaturgy to make a not loud but like a small cracking sound out here in effort to distract the one that's close by.
You using prestidigitation?
No, thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy, gotcha. Oh boy, and you're using a loud cracking sort of sound that's coming from here?
Or at least not very loud if I can, but it's
loud enough so he can hear it and no one else can.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. All right. So loud cracking sound goes off. You hear just a between or below that of the ice, and you see as the individual begins to look directly towards from where it kind of came. Just in general, as it happens, you see as he looks around, begins to sort of glance down towards the ground, and begins to just sort of.
And at this point, and would try to just go. I think we should try and get away from the ledge. Go towards the one in front of us. So, try our best to take him out and avoid anything else that we can.
Hey, let's go.
And he would start moving ahead.
Alright, at this point. Alright, you guys are moving ahead while this individual are trying to sort of get by. Your stealth checks come into play. He does seem to be heading the opposite way, but at this point in time, Pyre, you look over and you see as multiple sort of astral hands are beginning to emerge from the cliffside of this area. And you see at this point, he has made his way up here. This moment in time, are you guys just rushing forward or are you doing something else? What you got for me?
I don't know what everyone else is doing, but I think like if the ones who vision here didn't see us, if we were rushing away stealthily.
But
Can I?
this one is gonna see us.
Can as we're moving this way,
Mm-hmm.
can I cast a dancing light over here, kind of the opposite direction of where we're moving, to kind of prevent him from looking that way?
Okay, I got what you mean. Alright.
And then we're obviously like running this way.
Yeah,
or not
casting.
running, but sneaking.
Yeah, summoning another sort of thing. Alright, so as you summon another sort of dancing light off to the side, right over to this location. Oh boy, gotta make a perception check for him. So, at this point, you want to see
I'm gonna
him.
use prestidigitation
Mhm.
to make it make a sound.
Alrighty. That said, you're going to want him to roll low. That's what you're going to want to do. And he will make it with disadvantage because, Thorn, you are helping.
Yay.
Oh, wait, whoops. Perception check. That's a 4. Yeah, he's going to look over and just be like, and then just look towards the area. He's going to start climbing, but he definitely seems to be sort of moving off to the side. Immediately, Pyre, you begin to rush forward, trying to squeeze in between
sneaking
both of the
forward,
zombies. Yeah, rushing forward as silently as possible. That said, you guys continue forth.
Do we only move half speed when we're sneaking, right?
Yeah,
So we're okay.
but you guys may want to start moving because this guy is up on the cliff at this point, and he is not too far from you.
Yeah.
All right.
I see more of them.
As we get farther away, can I cast the dancing light like over here and move it?
Alright, one moment. These guys are moved at this point. You would
And
see as
this-
these individuals are just sort of swarming this entire area. Some of them seem to be just sort of going into that of this strange sort of tower that Miss Oya sort of mentioned before. The others seem to be just shambling about down below. That said, you're moving the dancing light where?
Basically, I would move it over here to kind of keep it the opposite direction of where we're moving, trying to sneak past.
Gotcha. Alrighty. That said, this individual eventually just begins to sort of start chasing after it, slowly but surely. But just trying to figure out what the heck it is. That said, where are you guys going?
Suppose we would be.
Out of character, I plan on kind of skirting like we're doing and just getting around and using dancing lights to push everyone the opposite way, and that's all Pyre really plans on doing.
You gotta explain that in character, buddy.
Okay.
You're good.
So Pyre's probably just gonna be like, just gonna keep moving the lights away from us. And as he's doing this, he's probably putting one here. Here. As we're moving away from everyone else.
Here, and that's, I didn't miss a spot, did I?
No.
Okay.
The one behind us here has probably been dissipated, and I probably am just out of range to see the one that originally cast down in the chasm.
Alright. Yeah, just barely able to see it. But
Yeah,
you are still able to do so.
If,
Okay.
Is Sappy's position right now where he actually is?
He's following you. I'm just managing like a lot of things over here. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm just making sure if I have to let Thorin loose.
There are a lot of people. Oh goodness. That said, as you begin to cast the other sort of orb, you do see as a couple more creatures begin to sort of swarm this way. But that said, this individual seems to just be staying here off to the side. The other individual over here, they seem to just be kind of staring about in the tower, just kind of looking down and around. That said, you guys continuing forth? If so, or move your tokens. Alright. Don't know why that's not playing. Alright. At this point, alright. So, I need you guys to make another stealth check for me at this point as you go into the second leg of this journey, being past that area. 24, good stuff. 25, not bad. Pyre with a 5. Thorn with a 9, and I need one from... Nope, that's it. Oh boy, so 24 will make up a little bit for the group check. Let's average this out. Alright, 25 plus 24 plus 9 plus 5 divided by 4. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, you guys believe yourselves to be stealthy. You do see as Pyre begins, as he's sort of concentrating a little bit, he seems to be a little bit too focused on it, and he does sort of trip up, but Lika and Anthony are able to sort of keep him upright and sort of make sure he's okay and to continue forth. That said, Anth and Thorn, you begin to lead the charge, but Thorn, you're getting a little bit distracted on the way there, seeing like all the different sort of lights about. But keep your excitement to you for a brief moment and continue traversing. That said, where are you guys going next?
Is this zombie like in a tower, like walls where he can't see, or is he like looking
he
down
can see.
on, like,
It
the
is
top of the tower?
So the tower itself is not really like a massive tower. Remember, it was basically completely destroyed. This seems just to be the kind of like structure of it, maybe the outline. So he's on the same level as you. The walls just aren't really there, and he can see past it if he wanted to, if he just turned around. I like how you guys are trying to like phase out of the vision right here. Halfway through.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Pyre would probably leave about 20 or 30 feet as much as he could between people he could see.
That said, you do see as he's beginning to just sort of stare off, and he just walks off to the side, looking towards each and every single thing around. And at this point, alright, Thorin and Anth, stop right there. Oh boy. Here we go with this shit. So, as you guys begin to traverse and get a little closer, you begin to see as you kind of overhear a sort of strange sound before you stop in your tracks and begin to just sort of hide behind the rocks off to the side. You hear almost a kind of sort of robotic sort of sound kind of moving and sort of rearranging before you kind of hear a sort of automated howl off into the distance. You look off to the side and you see a creature who seems to be in the shape of a wolf, but they seem to not be made of flesh, but instead of completely a mechatronic similar to the storm bird. You look out towards them and they seem to have this sort of, or their eyes seem to be sort of shining through the bits of the blizzard. Moment in time. Oh boy. They continue traversing. Sort of just looking about. They seem to be almost not necessarily in unison, but they seem to be just sort of ignoring all the other individuals of the sort of or the corrupted ones off to the side. That said, what are you guys doing, Thorn and Anth?
I suppose Anne would just hold here for a moment and wait for the other two behind us to catch up to us.
Oren will take a step forward and just... That looks so nice.
Yeah, and Mage Hand is still keeping you in check.
Oh, shit. I also need to make one for Zappy. That would be bad. 8. Even between that, you still be fine. That nat 20 saved your, and nat 20 and the 24 saved your asses from before. So, you're good.
Okay.
Alright.
Is this astral zombie still what are they doing?
He seems to be doing absolutely nothing. He's just sort of staring out, just kind of aimlessly, not moving really much at all. He moved a little bit closer towards the wall, but that was it. You do see as they're kind of like going about, they seem to be sort of like chittering and chatting to themselves. But the words that they seem to be saying, none of you understand in the least bit. And it seems to be just gibberish over and over and over again. Sort of repeating the same phrase over. Just over and over and over again.
And it's not primordial, celestial, sylvan, or abyssal?
Nope, nothing that you understand.
Could comprehend languages do anything about it?
Do you want to cast it?
I'm kinda curious, but it really sucks to have it so limited spell slots.
This man says, do I risk it for the biscuit? Choice is yours, friend.
I think I'll leave it be right for now.
Alrighty. That said, let's do this. You guys can, or are you guys just waiting off, or are you guys just sort of standing here, or are you waiting for something?
At this point, Ant would just ask Pyre, like, hey, can you use those lights again? Or I suppose we are on like a cliff, and the whole robot animal thing is below us on the ice.
Oh,
how high is that cliff?
The cliff itself, it seems to be. Oh boy, I'm trying to remember from earlier. It was pretty. It was fairly high. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it was, if I remember right, 20 to 30 feet down. If I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. And would just like show with his hand fire, like, hey, come here. You try and get him. Could you use one of those lights again as far as you can on that side to see? I just want to see how interested that whole thing down there is at, well, anything that moves.
Can I conjure a dancing light here?
Oh, hold on 1 second. I gotta check something. All right, I figured. All right, so this begins to sort of. Hold on 1 minute. I gotta catch these guys up. Alright. Need to be also moving over here. Okay. That said, you're casting or conjuring another dancing light. Where would you like to place it? Right over there? You got it.
Basically here, so it can see it, but also this guy can see it off in the distance.
Alright. At this point, you do see as his eyes are sort of flashing about, and as you summon the sort of thing. Alright, let's see what this thing's got. Arcana check. Oh god. Terrible. Alright. You'll see as he will look directly towards it, and it will begin to start heading immediately to examine it and investigate.
I would move it here as it's moving to investigate. And I'm watching the guy in the tower to see if he turns that way as well. You see as it begins to sort of howl out, and as it does, it begins to try to alert multiple things. As this happens, you see as several other creatures begin to get closer and closer towards the orb. Kind of hard to see throughout the bits of the blizzard, but you do see as they begin to flock directly towards the wolf. Oh boy. That said, you guys can continue forth. You will see actually as at this point, this guy would probably start climbing over this little area.
and start trying to jump down.
Pyre's just gonna stand still because as he's watching that, he's not gonna move, and just point to your left, Anth, like 15, 30, 15, 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Alright.
Shit.
That
Fuck,
said,
there's so many things I want to do, but it's all too risky.
at this point, you guys can move if you wish, but I'm just playing this out of how it will be in the in this moment. That said, you will eventually see as the wolf is beginning to slowly approach. Map is active. He is.
If this guy, as this guy moves, I'll keep like moving 5 feet along with him, and I'm currently trying to move the dancing light farther and farther away, so kind of like recasting it.
At this, like before you do, and would probably say that it seems like that creature that howled down there seems a little smarter than most of them. I have a feeling that he may suspect that there's someone here who's doing that.
At that point, I would probably dissipate the light.
Well, funny enough, you saw as the wolf was actually getting ready to jump out and just swipe directly towards it. However, as it happens, you dissipate the light. And you see as the wolf seems almost kind of confused and begins to start scanning the entire area around, looking about. That said, while it's distracted, you guys moving or you staying where you are?
Yeah, at this one, and would like just sign people to follow and not try and move towards the bridge.
Alright.
Would be following along with them if that's possible, although on my screen I see that I am dead.
You also aren't in Foundry at the moment. Refresh.
That was a powerful howl. That
the howl killed Lika right then and there.
Powerful. Actually, I've tried refreshing multiple times and it just says that I'm dead.
Close out of all of like Google Chrome and all that stuff and then reload it.
Okay, I'll have to get out of Discord. Sorry guys, 1 second.
Okie dokie.
Too soon.
No, the overlay! Fuck!
Will it fix itself if you just let it be?
Oh wait, no, get Terry bot. Haha!
Oh, Terry bot.
Did you join? Hey, Terry bot to save the day.
Woo, Terry bot.
Alright, cool. That said, well, I need to do one thing. So as you guys are sort of traversing, you do see as there is a sort of rickety bridge, and you do see multiple other wolves as well. Bits of a ship seems to be completely destroyed from what you saw from earlier. That said, are you guys traversing across the bridge?
Jump over the bridge.
With our weightlessness state, can we jump over the bridge?
Jump over the bridge.
Probably not. You can get pretty damn far though. You could probably get to like right here in one single leap though.
Oh.
Yeah, I would. I believe that would be like a smart move actually.
One by one.
Right. Wait, actually.
Oh wait.
Can I just move people over with my mage hand?
Nah, not. It wouldn't be able to carry that much. Maybe Zappy because he's like a dog, but and that's really pushing it. But it's more like it's more of him guiding himself with it.
Yeah, I can only restrict movement with it.
These people are dead. In fact, they're not.
Yes,
just
they are
dead.
corpses.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Corpses can raise up.
That's true.
Yeah, and would be first to jump on and see, or do I have to roll in checks too?
Nah, you're able to just sort of move on. This is using your stealth check from earlier. But eventually, as you guys begin to traverse, you guys can move yourselves. Oh boy, it's time to make a couple checks.
I'm waiting like as one person at a time, and then doing the same, and then getting over here.
Alright, whoops, not that. 15. Alright, good to know.
And when we get there, Pyre would like to cast a dancing light here.
Alright. At this point, you're casting it over here. Alright, one moment, please. I keep freaking deleting the freaking The light thing. So I have to keep finding it and replacing it. Alright, where are you placed it? Sorry about that.
Probably about right here.
There you go. Alright. So as you begin to summon the light back forth, you see as the creatures immediately begin to turn towards it. However, as this happens, you'll see as the wolf begins to eye it down. It's gonna make another Arcana check. Oh boy. What's your DC?
My DC?
Yeah.
I'm looking for it.
Look towards the spellbook portion of your character sheet.
It's 14.
14. You'll see as the wolf begins to look towards it and begins to just sort of growl for a moment and then begins to just start walking the other way.
Since we're on a cliff, can it see us?
You're not entirely sure. That said, you do see as the wolf is slowly sort of approaching kind of your general position. As you're on top of this rock cliff, what are you doing? You do see another one that's approaching. Yeah, you're just kind of walking around at this kind of point.
I think Antrak would just be motioning people to stay low and just stay still for a moment.
Alright. That said, if that's the case for this... Oh, go ahead.
This goes without saying, Pyre would have put his light out, like, way back.
Yeah,
Yeah, alright. That said, real quick, I need each and every single one of you to make another stealth check for the third leg of the journey. 21. 17, not bad. And 18. Alrighty. So at this point, you do see as Thorn, you're trying to stay as stealthy as possible, but you can begin to sort of like almost misstep onto the edge. And you begin to, or Pyre, you're the first one to notice as this individual begins to just stop for a brief moment. And begins to just sort of howl out. And begins to go even closer at this point. He raises his awareness once more. Oh boy, that would mark another tick down. At this point, he definitely seems to have heard something from what you guys can tell. What are you guys doing?
I have a feeling that these things are probably immune to charms.
Looking at what I have.
Alright, cool.
There,
Gotta think fast. He is almost around the
yeah,
corner. He's almost around the corner. Oh man.
oh fuck.
Just carefully move back.
Would I
Yeah,
know that he's not gonna fall for the dancing light thing at this point?
You can make an insight check and pray.
Also, while moving back, I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make sound coming from around here.
For Pyre 18, it would probably reveal that he's seen through that of the illusion.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or the deception. That saying you're making a sort of sound come from here. What does the sound sound like?
He has only heard me, right?
Maybe you believe yourself to be stealthy.
Okay.
And you see him walking around.
Replicating the sound I've made.
Oh boy, replicating it. All right. At this point, if you're okay, and you're replicating it from over here. All right. So here's what will happen. You will see as the individual begin to immediately stop, look directly towards the boat, and you see as it begins to just sort of lean down for a brief moment in time. It's looking like as if it's getting ready to pounce. That said, what are you guys doing?
Is Pyre all the way over here still?
Yes.
I would move that way. stealthily.
Are you moving on to the ice?
10, 9, 8. Wait,
Ice?
I think you're way behind. They're over here, my friend.
Yeah, I was thinking that's probably not showing
Well,
the correct.
I think you might be
You're
lagging.
right here. We're up on a rock.
Yeah, no, I have my
right,
tokens.
Here, I got you. I'm gonna reset for Lika. Rime Frostmaiden, Pyre.
I see.
Alright, do you see another one?
Right.
Alright, there you go. Alright. What were you guys saying?
You made a noise over here?
Oh, over here, yeah.
Alright. I'm asking you, were you doing anything before this happens?
I don't think like before the noise.
Alright.
Haven't. No.
Well, if that's the case, you will see as the wolf will begin to sort of back up for a brief moment. As it leans down onto the ground, you will see with it begins to almost you almost hear bits of machinations begin to sort of turn amongst it as it begins to immediately jump forth with the low gravity as well, with a massive leap begin to jump directly on top of this sort of ship with ease. As this happens, you see as it begins to just sort of look around and start snarling about, looking for any sort of signs of what happened. At this point, it's sort of looking around over here, and it seems to be getting ready to sort of scan the entire area, and it's getting closer to turning around in this moment. You have a quick second to react before it begins to probably see you. What are you guys doing?
When I heard the mechanical going through, I'm just rushing as fast as I can with my limited movement onto this other rock.
All right, so fast and stealthily. All right. That said, continue forth. At this point, this will get the attention of this individual as he will look over and see what seems to be the commotion. He's going to need to make a perception check as well. Hopefully, you guys will be able to get past it. What's up?
Before you roll that, how do you measure distances? Oh, here we go.
There you go. He said, wait, stop right there. Yep. Can I roll?
That one hasn't figured out the lights.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Perception check. Ooh, this is not good. All right. So you will see as this individual begin to look about. All right. As your stealth checks from before, you will see as the individual. If you guys are doing anything real quick. Any DM's inspiration, anything to change?
He rolled a 3. He rolled a total of 3.
Hey, good God. That being said, you see as you begin to look towards it and you see it actually begin to play out. The individual begins to look forth and look towards that of Lika, sort of sprinting off to the side and then looking towards Thorn right behind. You see as he begins to howl out before time just simply stops. And you see as it begins to almost replay before you in this quick moment in time. And instead of the noise being created, you see as the wolf begins to just stop. And just begins to start looking about the other direction, continuing forth. One by one, you watch as all of your companions begin to continue along to the other end, and you sort of exhale, but as quietly as possible. That was a close one, but I'm good to go for now.
Did we see Pyre do anything, or was it?
Nah.
Okay. Yeah.
Nope.
Unless, Pyre, you want to make it a thing like where whenever you sort of rewind that sort of stuff, it's a visual sort of effect. I'll leave that to you, though.
Doctor Strange.
I mean, before I've played it as something Pyre or like the Divination Wizard does to affect the outcome. I don't know. I'm going to leave that actually up to you, Sensei, of how you want to handle that, because I'm not really...
I got
Either
you.
way.
So here's what it kind of looks like a little bit. So as you're kind of doing it, you do see as it rewinds for a brief moment, it kind of like skips and kind of tears. If like to put it in like modern terms, if it was like a recording, it's not like a sort of smooth sort of playback. It's more of a sort of bits and pieces of it are kind of cut in kind of with multiple jump cuts and things like that before eventually it sort of restores back to the original way of how things were before you end up changing time and all that other stuff. It's kind of hard to explain, but and more of, if I could show a visual, I'd be best, but I can't do that at the moment.
Could we just say like his eyes flash when he uses a port, and that's kind of what happens externally?
Sure, if you want to. Alrighty.
Yeah, we'll go with that way.
You got it.
Do I need to roll perception to see if I saw that happen?
Sure. Roll a perception check, Anth. Nah, you're focused on getting to the other side, my friend. You were running. I was running. All right.
Oh dear.
Go. All right. So that said, as these individuals are looking over here, this wolf, however, it doesn't seem to be. He definitely seems to be looking about. However, you're just out of his fucking range. Oh my god. That said, you will see as he eventually begins to. He's getting ready to jump forth. To the other side, and he's slowly approaching. That said, are you guys where you are, or are you moving forward? Because remember, the map is active. Whatever they actually are around and see, whatever their vision token sees, that's what they actually see.
So, oh, sorry.
Well, we can't see the vision, can we?
Nope. So you gotta figure it out or keep moving. Don't want to stay still for too long.
Lika, why don't you go first?
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say if I go here, I wanted to know how far of a jump I would have to make in order to get to here. Well, it's 10
for
feet
that,
from
since
that
it's low gravity, you don't have to make a roll. You can just do it.
Okay. Just FYI, Sensei, Andrew keeps kicking me out.
Roger keeps kicking you out? Wait, what?
Yeah, my browser keeps kicking me out on Chrome, and I don't know why.
I don't think it has anything to do with the server, but Fish, can you check to see if there anything's on the server?
Yeah, I'm already on it.
It might
That's
just be my computer. My computer's being rude today.
Ah, that's weird. I'll see if I can do anything on my end, but not much. Or
There
maybe...
is no errors on the server end, and I don't see any errors with my network security stuff, so...
Okay, so it's just my computer being a jerk. Anyway, sorry, continue.
No, you're good.
I will probably be on mute for a bit.
Okie. So, but real quick, Lika, you are trying to jump over to the other side, right?
Yes, as stealthily as I possibly can.
Alrighty. That said, did you guys make your stealth checks from earlier? You did for that sort of thing. Alright, so you jump forth to the other side, and at this point, as you begin to do so, you can see that, or you can see the nest in sight. What are you guys doing over here? Are you staying over here, or are you jumping and joining Lika?
Jumping and joining Lika.
You got it. Move your tokens. Alright. You do hear something sort of landing onto the, or from behind, but it seemed to be you jumping forth too fast for them to see. Eventually, Zappy is just sort of looking about, and he doesn't really know how the fuck this is gonna work.
Mage hand,
Alright, Mage hand, you sit forth. You see as he begins to just look over and just runs up and jumps and bites onto the sort of hand. And you sort of help him out a little bit to bring him over here. Alright.
So we're a little bit closer to the nest now, right? Oh,
yep.
I disappeared again.
That said, if you guys get a little bit closer, eventually you guys see, well, this. Let me explain a couple things to you. Alright.
Is there still the hole I made?
There is. I'm about to actually get into that. So, good thing that you fucking had it. So, here's what you see. As you get closer to the nest, you see as the creature, this sort of giant mechanical bird seems to be rebuilding it. However, for the most part, the damage was still done. There's still a makeshift opening where you guys created from earlier, and you see the creature is scanning the area ever vigilantly defending its home. Off to the side, you see Aegon is sort of restrained entirely by these sort of electrified chains coursing with magic. The man you see in those chains is a massive Goliath individual in hooded, thick fur clothing, tribal marks going over his face and arms, and even bits of runes going over the arms as well. However, he looks battered with massive wounds as he is still bleeding. He is more than just bruised, and he is kind of hanging on to life by only a thread at this moment. Oh boy, let me see, do I have his token? Oh, for some reason didn't make his token. It's fine. Alright, I will make it off to the side. That said, that information known, he is roughly over here. You kind of can't really see it, it's just out of sight, but you can... enough for you to get a visual description though. But that is where he is at the moment. The bird itself seems to be just sort of looking about as it's kind of like gathering bits of sort of sticks and trying to repair it for the most part, but it kind of gave up on it a little bit. Alright, what you guys doing?
I'm going to stealthily try to climb over this way, because maybe this bridge could hold our weight to get over here.
Alright, that seems to be the mast of the sort of ship. It leads off to the other side.
Is the we can't see Aegon, can we?
You can see like enough of them. You know the general direction of them. Like I don't have his token on the screen right now because you got to get a little bit closer. But yeah, you'd probably have to get. Or go ahead.
Sorry, no, continue. My bad.
Yeah, you just probably need to get a little bit closer. Probably, maybe on the rock over here, or maybe into the nest itself. Again, the blizzard sort of is a little bit too sort of obscuring your vision too much at this point.
Well, and the reason why I'm asking is because I was wondering if I could cast message and see if he's awake.
Yeah, you can try to do so. Alright. Okay. As you cast message to him, what do you say?
Aegon, are you able to move?
You'll see his weights, and then eventually a response. Who are you? No, I can't move. I'm chained. You see as the creature, as he's trying to like sort of whisper, you see as the creature immediately begins to shift and turn directly towards him. It begins to start slowly approaching closer and closer. And as it happens, you see as he just begins to unleash and unfurl their massive sort of wingspan and just screech directly into their face. You guys can hear as it begins to shake the entire nest and the entire area. And as it does, you see as bits of the ice around begin to sort of begin to crack and tear before eventually the screeching begins to stop. As it screeches once more, you see as a lightning strike begins to strike anew off to the side, further or far away, but still within range. Didn't seem to like that. That said, what else you got for us? We'll use this for now until I get his actual art because it's acting stupid. Oh, here it is. Alright.
The target here's the message. Whisper that you can.
So what do we do?
He can't move. He's Pyre leans over after doing that. He goes, he can't move. He's currently chained.
I have a feeling that it's definitely not keeping him for food in that case. I wonder what reason why this bird is keeping him.
And can the bird hear us while we're very quietly talking like this?
From what you can tell, it doesn't seem to, but who knows? You can never be too sure.
It also doesn't like noise though. Okay. So do we jump to the nest or do we go some other way?
I believe the only way we could actually do anything about the situation is that we need to distract it while some of us still save them. So I do believe that our only real option here is to split up, but it's definitely feels dangerous.
I can
So-
distract it.
What's your plan?
Yeah. So we're having like this little powwow just at the edge of the nest, surrounded by undead, two
Yeah.
other mechanical creatures, and the stormbird while this guy is in a nest. That's our situation, right?
Yep, that is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Could be
cool.
better.
And there's no way
Alright.
we can just run if we get in trouble because we're basically surrounded.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's ice everywhere.
That's
We're in it for now. Okay. Okay.
Hey Sensei, can we see any more gunpowder barrels anywhere?
Yes, a flying gunpowder barrel flies from the sky. No, you do not.
floating around in low gravity.
But yeah, you're gonna need to get. Oh man, you just need to get a little bit closer, and I can give you a little bit more information though.
At
So
this
it-
point, Ant would just say that I do feel like we actually could do better with if we went down on the ice. It's,
Also, I will say, everybody make a perception check real quick.
It's probably that dog behind us now.
18. Oh, funny you said that, Pyre. 18 is correct. You do see as the wolf is slowly traversing amongst the bridge from where you guys were before.
Okay.
We
It
need
seems to be
move.
looking down. What are you guys doing? Is this getting closer and closer towards you?
where didn't Pyre tell Ant that he saw that wolf coming along?
Yeah, I would move up and be like, we need to move. And I motion back.
Okay, let's go down to the ice.
Let's go
I
down
suppose-
to the ice.
Yes.
Remember last time we went down, you water.
Creature gets closer and closer.
It's
Okay, let's go down to
we
the
have
ice.
low gravity. We have
We're going. We're sending it.
Alright, simple
yeah.
Sid, baby,
and,
let's
and
go.
would just tell Torin like, no, come here. Don't stray from us.
Alright, that being said, you guys immediately jump down or directly towards the ice. Now, granted, the low gravity is able to help you guys out. If it wasn't low gravity at the moment,
Yeah,
that would have
yeah.
been a bad thing. Also,
did
Lincoln,
think
you've
of that.
received an inspiration point from chat as well. But eventually,
Oh, thank you, Chad.
this creature's going to look around and just sort of scanning about. He definitely seems to be even or getting closer, and he seems to be definitely on the trail, looking towards all the footprints down. You see, as it begins to happen, Zap begins to just sort of growl and begins to just sort of chase after you guys.
Come on.
That being
Follow the
said, I need
tail.
stealth checks
and-
one more
Follow the
time.
tail.
Stealth checks
Yeah.
one more time. And also, you guys aren't running, are you? Hold on. Yeah, make sure- Alright,
I mean,
cool.
yeah, I would think like we are still trying to stay stealthy.
As possible.
Alright,
Yeah.
you got it.
I would tell Pyre that if there's any way you can make any trace of us disappear on
9, 24, 19,
No.
21. That's pretty good. Well, hold on real quick. Let me roll this.
Don't think so.
That's an 8 with the wolf. Okay, but hold on. One more time.
Hold on.
There's
hold on.
more.
for the giant mechanic bird.
Yep, and it does have well, actually, it can't really see you, so it will not have advantage. So there's more on hearing. 15. Oh no.
Oh, it can. Yeah. It knows where I am, doesn't it?
Soren.
No. Alright, so you will see as the or you do hear more so than hear or see. The creature begins to just stomp, and you do begin to watch as it begins to sort of look about, scanning the area. It kind of just heads back to this general position. Begins to start scanning the area. It will now start making perception checks every round. That said, what are you guys doing at this moment in time? You guys have traversed about right here. You believe yourselves to be stealthy, but that's one tick on the Stormbird.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say we do make our way, or at least Ant would make his way further beyond, so to get away from the wolf that was on our trail.
All right.
I would just like to say that we're playing Ring Around the Rosie with a bird and its nest as we're like slowly like running around in circles trying to not be avoided.
Staying near the nest so it can see us in the distance.
Yeah.
And also trying to stay away from everything on the other side of the nest.
Alright, at this point, boy, if you guys are traversing any further.
I want to at least get to this rock as stealthily as possible.
God damn it, Max, I saw that in chat. Alright, so.
What happened?
At this point, you guys are.
I can't see chat.
You guys begin to traverse over here. Zappy begins to follow as this happens. Alright, stealth checks all around once more.
Oh,
come on, Lika, don't fail me now.
We're testing fate, guys.
Oh,
I just
no.
want to point that out. We are.
Yeah, you are.
Oh no.
Oh God!
That's a 10, baby. Anthony with a 10, Thor with a 20, Lika with a 17. All right.
Okay, that's
Oh
fine.
God, that's Pyre with an 8.
No. Fudge.
All right. At this point, you will see as the rocks sort of thing will tick once more, and as it happens, you will see as it begins to stop. As you see as it begins to slowly move forward and try to investigate the area. Investigate the footsteps. That said, it's all the way over here, and you see as it begins to lean over at this point and poking its head out, it begins to scan off to the left and then slowly off to the right. You see as it begins to even shine a sort of bright light out towards the area. Let's see if I can do this. Oh boy. 45. This to give you guys a little bit more of a visual. Don't worry. And we're gonna make it purple, because why not?
Is there a ledge?
Oh my God.
Is there a ledge underneath this nest that we can like get under?
Not really compared to what he could probably see, realistically.
Okay.
The benefits of playing a smart character, I get to tell you, like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea in your character's head.
Cool. Cool.
That
We're
said,
dead.
the light is
if
slowly
it's
approaching.
alive
What are you
now.
guys doing?
Pyre's getting behind the rock over here. So is there no direct line of sight sort of scenario?
Alright.
Before, is this the token of the guy we're trying to save?
Yes, it is. At this point, now you guys can get a little bit of a better idea of what's going on. So, looking closer, the chains that seem to be, that Aegon seems to be attached to, well, one, a question, how the heck did he get there? Maybe something else, or maybe it was the Stormbird that did it, but you're not entirely sure. It could have been maybe another individual or something. It was probably Aegon himself, but he is chained, and it seems to be from the likes of, we have almost all the spellcasters here. The chains definitely seem to be magical, as bits of electricity are sort of forming amongst it and coursing through it.
Yeah, and we'll probably just thought that the bird is just a fucking magician and just.
However, make a quick perception check for me. God damn it, Max is going crazy in chat.
Oh my gosh.
18.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have any thieves' tools on you?
I don't think so.
Question, because of that question out of character, because of my background, do I have a set or did I have to find a set?
If it's in your inventory, you have it.
Well, nope, I don't.
Yeah.
Did we modify a set of darts?
Well, I'll tell you this thing. So, from what you can tell with your background, and you guess that maybe you can kind of worry about like leaving it to the sort of, or you know, it's kind of figuring out how to disable it with other magic, or you can maybe try to disable it with thieves' tools. If not that, there is a chance, but you could try to get a hold of it and try to finagle it with your hands and try to break it that way through maybe like acts of sleight of hand, being careful. But you guess that's probably a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
I have a crowbar, just so you guys know.
No, that's a stealthy tool. No.
So it's probably looking around its nest right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach over here very quietly. Very, very quietly. And try to go around this rock here to try to get over to there.
Alright. At this point, you begin to sort of traverse.
I'm basically just sticking with Dulika, trying to keep out of.
Nika's
This
going
bird.
based on instinct right now. She is going basic instinct with a.
I need you
With
guys to make
whatever it
another,
is.
or I need you guys to make another stealth check for me. Alright, let's see. Nat 20, that's gonna be huge. 5, may be able to make up for it. 10, it's
come
not like it's
on.
getting worse and worse, come on.
I
One
rolled
more.
a nat
This-
20.
This feels like the boat situation.
Pyre, you choosing to roll a nat 20?
Yep, I'm porting it nat 20.
Alright, good stuff. 2 nat 20s. That being said, well, let's see exactly real quick. Perception check with advantage at this point. 16. You guys are good to go. For the most part, its sort of tick does not go up. It still is continuing to searching as before. Alright. This moment, Caesar begins to return to his general position and stop. Also, real quick, you gotta thank Phoenix. Hey, thank you, Phoenix, for the raid. Appreciate
Phoenix?
each and every single one of you. You
Amazing.
guys are freaking awesome.
I don't know what's happening in chat.
Special
Thanks,
shout out to
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Thank you guys so
Thanks
much.
for the raid.
And special shout
Happy
out
to
to
have
the
you
Rolling
guys.
Together stream team. And also, hey, everybody in chat, be sure to check out Phoenix's channel. He's a freaking awesome DM. But that being said, I gotta go back to the game. But thank you guys again, buddies.
If only I had these
All
tools.
right,
I asked.
we back.
How do I do this? No, I can't do anything.
Now keep in mind, this rock is on the nest. Right now, I mean, the map, obviously, because you can only do so much with 2D, you guys need to actually climb onto the rock itself, or into the nest itself, to probably be able to start or messing with the chains and all the other stuff. Oh boy.
Question. Could acid eat through the chains?
It would still considered it would still be considered an Arcana check to see if you can make a potent enough acid to break through.
Well, I have a spell, and that's why I'm wondering. But can I check that as my action for currently?
So let me explain the mechanics for you a little bit. You know, a bit out of game sort of thing. Basically, if you want to do this, there are essentially make sure. There are 4 chains at the moment. Meaning, you guys will need to break the chains either through arcane means by using the spell, like you said, by either making an Arcana check or Thieves' Tools if you got them, but I don't think you guys have. Or you can try to risk it for the biscuit with a sleight of hand check, but obviously the DC is higher for that. That said, in order to do any of these things, you need to get up into the nest and try to free it in real time and all that other stuff, while the individual, the giant stormbird, is looking around for you guys as you guys have alerted it to an extent. That said, it's gonna be risky, but these are where heroes are made. What are you guys doing?
How far are the chains separated from each other?
They kind of, so to give a little bit of visual, he is sort of strung about, where one arm is sort of chained up, another arm is chained up off to the side, legs as well, on varying different positions. He is it's bad. It is bad. Now, the chains themselves, where they're latched onto, they're not wrapping around the rock. They seem to be sort of staked into the top side of it. So.
The reason-
How tall? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's okay.
What?
We could go ahead.
Oh, you go first.
Well, the thing is, I have a spell called Tasha's Caustic Brew. A stream of acid emanates from you in a line of 30 feet long with 5 feet wide in a direction you choose. So, theoretically, would I be able to hit all 4 chains and free him all at once, is kind of what I'm asking.
No. You would not be able to, sadly. Good idea, though. I'd probably lower the DC a little bit, but it still would, it'd still return to an Arcana check at the end of the day.
Okay.
I can help you with Chromatic Orb.
That's, yeah, you guys can also help each other to give advantage and obviously lower the DC further, but
I can,
point is...
I can use acid on it as well.
There you go. So, that said, who's taking the plunge and climbing back up?
Prior to Lika going around the circle, because she can't really quite see Ant, she's going to presume that this cliff is easy sauce for her to climb.
Yeah, you could probably, like, between the low gravity and such like that, you'd probably be able to do so.
So I'd be able to probably get up here.
You'd probably have to do some dope monk stuff, give me an acrobatics check to do so, but yeah, eventually. You'd probably need to, like, sort of jump onto this sort of cliffside and then jump over to here, utilizing the low gravity at the moment.
We're 15 feet up above the ice. How far up is the rest of this rock?
This rock right here?
Where the guy is held.
Okay, so at the very top, it's looking at about probably 40 feet up, probably at the least. Down over here, like onto the nest itself, it's getting closer to 30 feet. Probably a little bit lower than that, though.
And this rock here is fairly close to me.
Yeah, it's like only 15, 20 feet, something like that. You could kind of like jump up using the low gravity, climb up, and then keep going. Especially with you being a ringtail, you'd be able to do that easily.
I'm out of character. This is Lika's plan, which is not a plan. It's just
if it's a plan, you gotta explain it in character. You gotta.
There will be no explanation in character. She's just gonna do it. But I wanted to let the rest of the group know. She's gonna jump up and cause a distraction. Oh.
What?
Whatever you guys are gonna do, she's just gonna make a lot of noise in a few seconds here.
You also do see as the Stormbird and it begins to start conversing with another sort of creature off to the side. From what you can tell, Lika, it seems to be, actually no, you wouldn't be able to see, but Lika, you'd be able to see. It seems to be the wolf from before, and they kind of, as they are conversing and whatnot, this is definitely language you guys definitely do not understand or know, but that said, they kind of seem to be distracted somewhat. What are you doing?
I say we go now. Can I cast message to the guy and be like, we're behind the rock, and under message it says that magically it cannot be heard by other than just him and I.
I know.
Oh, you whisper it so people around you can still hear it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to whisper. He can say it telepathically back.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't know.
You want to
Okay.
whisper it.
Good to know. Good to know. That changes things.
Oh. Okay. Like, get ready to move. If you've got anything to help us get out of here, it will be a good time to use it.
But why do you mean? Who are you talking to?
Him. I point up to him.
I have gone up onto this rock. I'm not doing it stealthily. I just
Actually, I don't think he can cast. I don't think he it does what do you call it? I don't think he's able to respond telepathically. He has to actually speak it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
It says
Unless I'm wrong, could be wrong.
and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Gotcha.
So I guess you could technically hear.
I think I know what they're. I think I know what they're saying. So they're replying in a whisper that only you can hear. So it's like it's basically saying that it's directed towards you. Not everybody else can kind of hear it or whatever, unless it was like by divination magic, because it is a cantrip, all that stuff, right? And they do probably have to actually say it, but no one else would be able to kind of hear it unless they have really, really good hearing, aka this individual. So it's up to him to be able to whisper it or say it when they're distracted.
Ant would be ready to, like, if the bird suddenly started to move towards the direction that everyone is, he would try to use thaumaturgy to create a sound of, say, cough or a sneeze or something like that around here.
All right. As that happens, you will see as immediately both individuals begin to jump or turn their heads, and they will immediately jump down. The wolf
Oh no,
using
I
that
was
as the-
saying like Ant would use that if the bird seemed to be moving like rapidly in some direction, in case. but
Gotcha,
not
gotcha. You're
yet.
holding your action.
Like
Oh.
yeah.
All right. That said, well, he will continue doing what he's doing. In the meantime, this individual's going to keep doing what as they were doing, over off to the side here. All right. So, are you guys going, or are you still waiting? Now's the time if you got it.
I jumped onto this rock not quietly.
I see.
I tried saying that a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah, not quietly. Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
So 15 feet to 20.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah. Just thought I would let everyone know. That's what she did.
Good to know. All right.
Well,
At this point, you will see as it begins to turn its head, as it seems to hear something. Ant, are you doing the thing now?
Yeah, if it's like doing it rapidly and I can like see it or hear it move like quickly, then I would do that.
All right, casting over here. Oh boy, this is a lot. You will see as the wolf will begin able to hear it at this point. At this, you see as it begins to howl and, oh god, yeah.
I think
The
we
rock is
gotta just try to get him free and just start.
Yeah, you're gonna
away.
see
Yeah.
as at this point this individual has had enough of the games, and he is going to actually expand out of his wings and just immediately begin to flap them as he begins to take flight and get a general sense of the area and surroundings.
Sheesh.
As he begins to do so, oh boy, he
We are
looks.
screwed.
He looks
Sorry,
around.
guys.
Oh god. You see as he looks around towards the area. Oh no. And then he just stops and looks over here.
Oh, geez.
Oh god, you got fucking yeeted. What the hell?
Yeah, when you, I was basically gonna move here as he
Uh-huh.
was turning, and you moved the map, and it went
Oh yeah, my bad.
way off into oblivion.
That being said, oh no. Oh no.
Oh, uh-huh.
You guys
Can-
see as immediately as it's sort of flapping its wings. If there's nothing else to be, or you have I would say you probably have some, if you can do anything as a reaction or as a quick action before what happens next and before it begins to screech out. What are you doing? It looks directly at you and Zappy, Thorin, and it can't really see Pyre at the moment because there's a giant rock in the way, but
Wow.
I imagine it would see if I use this guy's self.
Perhaps.
Oh, no.
Perhaps.
I'm gonna die.
Can
no.
I cast the acid before I move to weaken the chains so we can free this person?
Yeah, you could try to do so. Alright, that said, is anybody else doing anything?
I'm just gonna cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Alright, Cowabunga it is. Anthony, you
I
doing
want to
anything?
jump.
Honestly, I don't think I have anything I can use that would make any sense.
Alright, well, Anth picks a god and starts praying. Liko, what are you doing?
I was gonna go jumping right onto the nest and try to distract it to come over this way.
Oh no!
That was the plan.
Alright, that being
Pick
said,
with
you
it.
jump over here, and immediately whoops, wrong thing. As this happens, you see as the individual begins to stare off at each and every one of you as Alika, you begin to jump forth and cause a distraction. And with that, oh god. Into the thick of things we go. I will say for the purposes of this, actually... Oh, God. Oh, man, how do we want to handle this? Thorn, you receive 2 inspiration points. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Yeah. We're gonna have to handle this stuff in initiative, my friends. For the point, or for the sakes of this, your souls are shackled, and the time for battle, potentially, is now. I need every last one of you to roll for initiative. Oh, boy.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Oh.
That's not looking too good, Mr. Stark.
That's not how it was supposed to go.
Oh no. Alright. I got a 4, a 14, a 7, and an 11. Oh god.
Zappy save us with the 20.
Oh wait, Zappy, hold on. You got a 12.
That's
Alright.
holy shit.
That's pretty good. He got a 6. So, I mean... Oh wait,
Okay,
and Aegon, his character sheet isn't updated, but he got a 3, which makes sense. Is that an Arctic rock? Oh, that's worse, Animus. That is a mechanical Arctic rock. Alright, that said, as combat begins... Oh, goodness gracious. Let's do this. Oh, so let me, I'm just gonna change the music.
When it saw us, did it land by chance?
Not yet, but it's going to, probably.
Okay. So, did Tasha's caustic brew go off and hit the chains already?
Yes, it does, or yes, it did. It will give you advantage on your next Arcana check to free it. It is sort of like slowly corroding towards the thing. That said, Pyre, what would you like to do?
Reason why I'm asking, can I jump up to the chains and try to free him?
Yeah, you gotta move your token. If you want, because you have to probably climb up to get there. If you want to use your fire genocity ability and immediately just sort of expend the flames to or fly kind of up, you can do so.
Yeah, and that would be my movement, right?
Yeah, it'd probably be your full movement. Let's see how much you got. So about right here. Ugh, it's not looking too good. You could probably get about right here. Use the rest of your movement and get about right here. Just barely able to start.
Okay.
That's saying, do you want to do that?
Yeah, and I want to try to free him.
Okay, real quick, let me describe it. So immediately, piracy, as the Stormbird begins to look at each and every single one of you down, its wings begin to flap, and you almost feel the sort of wind from it as it begins to screech out into oblivion. Lightning begins to strike once more, and at this point, it's now or never. Pyre, you immediately dash forth, trying to go past that of the rocks, and immediately unleash that of the flames below your hands. As they unleash, you jettison upwards, using that of the bits of the light and low gravity to return over here. Aegon looking towards you, and you see as his eyes begin to go wide. As you try to free him, make an Arcana check with advantage. Oh boy.
First one, second one.
Let's see what you got. 18 and a 22. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. So 18, 22. Yeah, that's enough to beat the DC. Not enough to beat the second part, but good enough. Pyre, as you begin to sort of look towards the bits of the, or sort of acid that's sort of breaking, destroying the chains forward, you immediately begin to place more and more acid, trying to almost rip them apart, but not touching the acid itself, obviously. And as you do, you're able to free one chain. That is one success, 3 more to go. That said, Pyre, is that your turn, or you got anything else for us?
Did that take my action to do so?
That would take your, let me see. Yes, it would take your action to do so. Tough call, tough call.
That's all I've got.
All you got? Alright. Pyre, you begin to, as you're freeing that of the chain, that is what you can do. Zappy is going to, or his turn initiative, he is not combatant at the moment, so he cannot do much of anything, unless you give him stuff to sort of do, or give him orders and commands. He is going to sit here and take the dodge action in the meantime. Alright. That said, Anth, you receive initiative. What would you like to do in this moment in time? Also, Pyre, you've received an inspiration point from Animus.
Woo,
but,
thanks.
Anth, what you got for us?
I currently have 2.
I kind of feel like trying to toss Zappy into the nest. It's a bird, but shit.
Gotta think fast, gotta think fast.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I would be just giving a Pyre bardic inspiration by just shouting out, "Be quick with it!"
That being said, as you do so, make sure to cast Bardic Inspiration as your bonus action and target Pyre, because I have animations for it, and I'm really proud of them. Regardless, that being said, as you begin to say this word, Pyre, you feel yourself begin to become inspired. It didn't work. There we go.
Oh yeah. It's, no.
And as it happens, you feel invigorated and ready to continue forth. That is good stuff. Next up, that's your bonus action. You have an action and movement. Anything else for us? Or I guess a martial check if you really want to. You want to go that crazy?
I think I want to do a martial check. It was
for you, wisdom? And it is wisdom. Yep, just straight wisdom.
Okay.
And you also get the Jack of all trades, so it's +1 as well. Oh god, that's a natural 1 for a total of 5. It ain't happening. Anything else?
I don't think that shows anything. Honestly, I don't think. I would probably start climbing up, use my movement to start climbing up to the nest, and use my action to have Mage Hand really just drag Zappy into the combat.
Alright, how far could you move the Mage Hand again?
It's 30 feet.
30 feet. All right, I'll say you're probably able to bring him back up to you. And you get, or as you're climbing and climbing and climbing, at this point, you're just almost up there. Now, words are hard. Did you like jump up and just start trying to climb, or did you just start like climbing from the ground?
I would say like jump and try just grab some of the sticks.
Gotcha. So as you're being trying to do a giant leap, you cling onto that of the wood and climb yourself all the way up. At this point, you are now on top of the nest, and you pull Zappy forth using the Mage Hand to get closer and closer towards you. You see Zappy is kind of like terrified for a moment, and then he just begins to shake it off, start barking, and steal his resolve. That is, Anth, I believe, your turn. Anything else, or is that it? All right.
That's all. I have used everything.
Lika, at this point, you see as the plan begins to go into action. At this point, you see as the Stormbird is getting ready to dive bomb down to who knows what. That said, you have a quick moment in time to react. What do you got for us?
How much time do I have? Like how far up is it from me?
You are on top of the thing at the moment.
No, the bird.
The bird? Oh, gotcha. He didn't fly that far. He flew about, let me check. Oh, actually, never mind. He would have. He is about 60 feet in the air at the moment.
Oh, okay. As an action, this nest is really brittle, isn't it?
This area right over here. I believe it was. Yeah, it's just like this giant portion over here is kind of haphazardly destroyed, but kind of rebuilt.
Sweet. Okay, good to know. But in the meantime, I'm gonna help Pyre with my movement if I can get over there. I'm gonna go over here, dashing straight through, and help try to break the chains by using
sleight of hand
strikes. Yeah, I'm gonna strike the chains as fast as I can.
Alright, as you begin to channel forth all the ki using or referring back to your monk training and all the things that you've learned, you immediately begin to try to punch and destroy all of the chains. I need you to make a sleight of hand check in this case and scenario. DC's high, but there's still a chance.
I will roll it. I'm not sure if it's...
Natural 20! That's good to see. Oh my god. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Nat 20 means potential free for 2 chains. That said, with a natural 20, as you begin to punch forth towards each and every single chain, almost channeling that of the ki, you watch as Lika's eyes begin to glow blue for this moment in time, and she severs 2 chains right in front of you. That being said, Aegon begins to almost drop down to his knees, and you see as he's just slowly sort of being hung from that of his one arm. That's a really good success. That said, Lika, that is your action. You have a bonus action if you got anything else.
Bonus action, I will action defense.
All right. Good stuff.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
Because I think that's a bonus action.
Yes,
I want
patient
patient
defense
defense.
is a bonus action for you now.
That will use up. That will use up my key points because I'm Is that right? I'm just trying to get that in my head. I only have 2 key points, so if I use both of them, I'm out of key.
Yep, you are correct. That said, alrighty. I believe that's all you've got. So, we go to the next person in initiative, and that seems to be, oh god, it's Big Papa. It's the Great Freaking Rock. Alright, this individual is going to immediately roar out, and as he screeches, you feel the entire area shake once more. Lightning begins to strike in multiple different areas, and at this point, you see as he now has his target in sight. Oh boy, this is not gonna be good. Well, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Alright, Anthier 1, Zappy's 2, Pyre's 3, Vika is 4. Who is he going to go for? You, well, the thing is, you're not beside this guy at the moment. You're all the way over here, so you're okay for now. That's he's gonna roll a d4, and I wish you all the best of luck. That's a 1. Oh no. Hi, Anth. How's it going? You come here often.
It was much better a moment ago.
Okay, I see. Well, it's gonna get a lot worse. Alright.
Yeah.
This individual is going to immediately just caw and swoop down directly after you. He is going to... Oh, boy. Yeah, he's going to do this. Alright. Oh, boy, this is going to be something. Yeah, he's going to make with his talons, but he's going to do this... Oh, wait, no, he can just do it violently as well. Yeah, he's going to do this violently as well. Alright. Attack roll coming towards you. This is gonna be a lot. Now, I will be honest with you, we don't do overkill, so don't be surprised, but good luck. Oh god!
I'm not feeling so good, Mrs.
Did you die?
He's down.
32 to hit. Hey, how's your health looking, buddy? It's not looking too good, I don't think. Do you have anything to re-roll that or do DM's inspiration or anything? Because that was really, really bad.
I have nothing, I think. Because, the only thing I have is for saving throws, so no.
What was that?
He has plus 13. He has plus 13 to hit.
I set this up pretty well. I'm gonna be honest with you. You knew what you were getting into. That said, 32 to hit. We don't do overkill, so you're good to go. But you do see maybe something even worse. So as this individual swoops down directly after Anth, you see as immediately he is gone from sight. And you'll watch as he is now about another 30 feet into the sky, just in the talons of the creature, as he's almost being clutched and bits of his sort of body is being pierced by the metal talons. You see as he begins to screech out, and he has his other target in mind. Could possibly be Pyre, could possibly be Zappy, maybe Yulika, we don't know. That said, that is this entire turn. We'll have to see what happens next. Next up in initiative is Thorn. What would you like to do, buddy? Oh god.
I'm gonna try to save him.
Alright, how are you trying to save him?
I'm gonna use my movement to get a bit closer towards the rock. And then I'm gonna aim at his talons. And I'm gonna shoot out the chromatic orb with acid.
Alright, that said, hold on, before you do so, make sure AC is correct and it's not like 13,000 by the glitch. Alright, make an attack roll with all you've got. As you raise the chromatic orb, channeling the magic within it, you fire it off towards the creature, directly towards its talons. Come on, come on. That's good. Natural 15, 21 will hit. Let's roll some damage for a total of 16. That said, what type of damage is this?
Acid.
Acid, nice, nice, good stuff. So as you fire it out...
aiming for the talons.
Yeah, aiming for the talons. So as you strike towards the talons, you see as it begins to sort of corrode, he begins to screech out for a little bit. However, he shrugs off the bits of damage. He's going to need to make a athletics check with disadvantage to try to remain or maintain the grapple. He has, God, this is not looking good, but you're gonna see. 13, that won't beat the DC of 15. You will see as Ant will begin to slowly plummet down to the ground. Now that would be a terrible thing, in fact, if it wasn't for low gravity, where he's not gonna really take any damage. So you see as he begins to float down and eventually begin to fall onto the ice below. Good stuff, Thorin. Is that your turn?
And I'm gonna use my remaining movement to get close to Ant.
All right. That said, Aegon's turn. He is restrained at the moment. He is going to just sort of yell out, "Get to be free, we need to go!" And that's pretty much all he can do for now. His hands are sort of tied up. That said, Pyre, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
Since I'm standing right here, I'm going to see Anth basically swooped off. And I'm just gonna look at the chain. I'm gonna go right for the chain.
All right. That said, make an Arcana check for me. Let's see what you got.
With or without advantage?
This is just a straight roll for it.
Damn it.
12. Anything else you want to add to it?
The Bardic Inspiration, which was 5.
It is. Yeah. So that total, or typically I have it where I think it just rolls automatically on Foundry, but typically I kind of have it roll again. For future reference, do you want it to be where they roll, or do you want it to be where the person who uses it rolls? I'll leave it up to you, probably you, Anth. Just for like future reference, you know?
Wait, for what? Like Bardic
So
Inspiration?
for Bardic Inspiration, do you want the player like who uses it to roll, or do you want you to roll beforehand?
Oh, I thought it would always just be the one who has the inspiration to roll.
All right. So that
Just
said,
1d6.
Pyre, just roll a d6 for me real quick.
Okay.
Ooh.
5. Not bad at all. Good stuff, buddy.
wasn't useless.
That said, for a total of 17, that will be... Yeah, and this is with Arcana. That will be enough to free one chain, and with that, as you're able to sort of use that bits of the magic, almost conjuring more and more of the acid, you see as it begins to break free as Aegon rips the thing rips the free thing from the rock. And as this happens, you see as he drops down to both knees. He is a bloodied and battered mess, but he is still alive, and he is in hand and secured. He looks up towards you. Thank you, but we need to go. What are you doing?
Can I shout to Thorin? We've got him. Let's go. And I'm gonna start I'm gonna drag I forget his name, Aegon, with me, and I'm going to like start running to where we can get in cover basically with him.
All right.
Over here amongst the rocks.
That said, you're trying to drag him and bring him forward. Easy enough. All right. So as you're trying to do so, let me grab the token. All right. You're sort of bringing him along the ride. You kind of have to sort of put his, like basically put an arm around your shoulder and all this stuff to basically be able to bring him off to the side. And keep in mind, he's a very, very big fella, but you're able to do so easy enough. All right. That said, are you stopping here or are you jumping down?
That was my action to do so, right?
Yeah, you still have your movement action and everything.
Yeah, I was probably going, well, yeah, I'm gonna jump down in between the rocks and basically try to keep hidden from all the other things that are prowling.
Alright, that said, you will see as Aegon will begin to say, I have a little bit of magic left. So, get me an opening, and when you're ready, just say the word. Alright. That said, Pyre, that I believe is your turn as you guys begin to float all the way down to the end, or down onto the ice. Zappy's turn. Zappy is Zappy is going to look over towards Anth, who was just completely destroyed. You will see as he will look towards Thorin, and you'll see as he begins to just stop for a moment. And you all will watch as his eyes will begin to sort of shine this bright sort of purple and he will begin to try to conjure a thing or some sort of electricity ball into his mouth and try to fire it, but let's see if it even works. D100 needs a higher than a 70. It's not gonna cut it. 64, you will see as it begins to just as he tries his best, it just sputters out, no effect. That moment in time, you see as he's sort of angry and immediately just sort of jumps down to that or the safety of Thorn and Anth and just starts barking madly towards the creature. That is his turn. That's all he's got. Anth. Oh boy. Seems like we've been here before. Anth, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Wait. Where was the death?
Oh, just roll a d20. I got. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just keep it simple.
Natural 20.
Come on.
Come on.
I know. Ah, shit. That said.
Don't jinx it! Don't jinx it!
That said, with a 5, Anth, you do fail a death saving throw, but I need you to answer me a question. As you're slowly slipping to, well, past unconsciousness to a state of death, as Erebos' grasp gets closer and tighter on you, what memory plays off in your head as this is occurring, as you get closer and closer to death?
Shit. I haven't really put any thought into this.
No worries. Take your time.
I would probably say the day he first went into the circus, when he went into the Jaded Dragon Valley.
As you begin to imagine back or recall back to the days of when you were in Jaded Dragon Valley, back towards the circus, you're seeing a grand full of multiple individual people, of bright colors and sort of brighter smiles. Your handful of sort of almost bits of wonderful and yet sort of terrible individuals. And it seems nice for a time. However, you begin to see as the face of one individual seems to be that of a sort of a humanoid man. They seem to have a sort of strange and peculiar mustache with always seem to be jet black hair slicked back, pretty bulbous and sort of bigger in sort of stature. But you see as they begin to look towards you and they begin to sort of speak before immediately that vision is snuffed away from you. You see as the individual begins to snuff and turn into that of ash, replaced with nothing but bones and bits of flesh as Erebos draws nearer and nearer. That is one failed death save, and if you fail another with a natural 1, your character is dead. Don't roll a 1 next time. That being said, you guys can try to use your actions or if you have healing potions to heal him, but for now he is doing that. Lika. Oh boy. You, with your supernatural gift from that of before, immediately you can have an overwhelming sort of sense in feeling of dread. Something sort of almost like a sort of tick off to the side sort of going off your neck, and you look around and you immediately see the lifeless body of Anth off to the side, your lifelong companion. That said, you see as Pyro and Aegon are fleeing off to the other side, getting ready to exit and escape. You have a choice. What are you doing?
Oi! Bird brain! Pick on your own size, you dumbass!
Alright, I will say this, Lika, make an intimidation check.
That DC is probably pretty high.
7, you see as it begins to just look over towards you, and it just begins to screech once more. Lightning strikes again. However, it seems unfazed, and it turns back towards Anth, Thorn, and Zappy. Lika, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm gonna do what Lika is gonna do. She's gonna try to, just because she's small doesn't mean you can't ignore her. She's going to do her full movement of 40 feet. And this thing is about 20 feet up in the air?
Yeah, it's about 30 feet, but you could probably jump there with, you know, dope monk stuff, your movement. You could probably latch onto its talons and all that.
Okay, I'm gonna latch onto its talons, and then I'm gonna use one of my darts.
Now keep in
It's
mind,
allowed.
it's a little bit of a hard thing to do because they are sort of coated with acid at the moment, so I need you to make a quick little acrobatics check. DC's not that hard though. 13, that's good enough. That being said, you dash forward and you leap with all that you got, trying to grab that at the talons, avoiding the bits of acid, and as you do, you're clinging onto him. As it's happening, that is almost all of your movement, unless you want to use a bonus action to move. What else you got for us?
I don't have anything else. The only thing I can do is I've got darts, right? So I've taken a dart as an action, and I'm going to start looking for holes into this thing. Like, you know, it's a bird, so she's like, I'm a bear kid. We animal. We have to do things. So she's gonna start looking for any kind of hole or crevice, and she's gonna try to find a place to stick a little dart into it.
All right. That said, oh wait, inside the creature?
Yeah. Yeah. She
Oh,
wants to go in.
Oh, wait a minute. Huh. I see. All right. If that's the case, make a perception check for me, Lika. Oh god, this is gonna be a series of checks. Oh god.
Mission Impossible music.
10. Huh. Okay. So you're having a bit of trouble with sort of seeing exactly where there's an opening. I mean, besides one thing, and it's not a good one. It's not a good one at all. You don't really see anywhere that you can kind of fit through, but there is this giant fucking maw. But I don't know whether you want to do that or not. The choice is yours, friend. That is an opening technically.
Okay. So that's an interaction, right? Or an action?
Do you want to? If you want to go inside of this creature, then you can try.
I am going in.
All right.
Really
If that's the
good.
case, I need you to make a dexterity check to kind of, oh god, to try to like immediately like climb out of the creature and immediately just go to the inside of it and try to, I don't even know what you're gonna do from that point. 11, that's not gonna be able to cut it. So at this point, you're trying and climbing, but you're almost being thrown about as it's flapping its wings. However, at this point, oh man, it's not looking too good. That said, that is a failure. You'll have to try again another time. I believe that is your action for now. Is there anything else you can do? I think you have a bonus action if you want to use a key point, but that's really it. You guys are fucking insane.
if it does anything, if there's anything like that's kind of feathery or some sort of like...
There are no feathers on this creature.
It's just all metal, right?
It is all metal.
Okay. If there's like a loose sprocket, then she's gonna tug on it.
Alright, so that is what you're doing. So you're just basically like clinging and looking and scavenging for and trying to cling onto and try to tug with all your might. That being said, we'll have to resolve all of that next time. Now, oh god, it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson's turn, aka the Stormbird. Alright, so that's hold on. Also real quick, Conjax, that's how we get down over here in Voden. That being said, oh goodness. All right, Rock's turn. Goodness gracious, you guys really decided to do this. Oh boy. It's going to, oh god. Does it deal with the creature that's like trying to, oh man, cling on top of it? Does it go for Thorin? Does it go towards this individual? Yeah, this is when we just gotta roll dice and figure it out. All right, Anth is one, or not Anth, Anth doesn't have a deadly or anything like that. Or what do you call it? Ruthless. Lika, you are 1, Thorin, you are 2, Zappy, you are 3, Pyre's 4, and Aegon is 5. All right, rolling a d5 now. D5. That is a 4, that is towards Pyre. How's it going, buddy? How's it going? Oh god.
So I'm behind a rock.
Uh-huh.
So can it even see us?
That was a good point. From where it is right here.
It was focused on Anth before, to be fair.
Yeah.
And it was looking the other way.
Yeah, alright, I can argue that. Yeah, I can see that. Never mind, we'll roll again. Roll a D3 instead. Cannot see you or Aegon. That is, or excuse me, D2. Not because it doesn't have Ruthless. My bad. Oh no.
Yeah, I was worried.
Me.
That is not you, that is Zappy. Or
Oh,
wait,
no.
oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. I'm fucking forgetting that Lika's, I'm sorry. Lots of stuff, my bad. I'm forgetting Lika's literally clinging on top of the fucking thing, Monster Hunter style. Alright, so we will use a D3 instead, and that would be actually Lika. So, at this point in time, you'll see as it begins to look down onto its frame as it's flapping about, and it will just try to immediately use its beak to try to bite and tear into you as much as it possibly can. Because you're literally on it, it will make so with disadvantage. Alright. Alright, beak attack with disadvantage. Those are both really good. Jesus. 27 to hit and 33 points of damage. Lika, you are knocked unconscious. At this point, you guys see as immediately it bites down onto Lika, and as it does, as Lika is sort of caught in the clutches of its jaws, you see as it begins to chomp and chomp, breaking and shattering her bones before immediately, boy, doesn't really have a use for you. Doesn't want to eat you. It will chomp and just sort of spit you out off to the side as you crash onto that of the ice, floating about. That said, that's 2 down. It's looking really rough. This moment in time, that is the rock's turn. Thorin, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna throw on towards the rocks.
You're going to throw Anth towards the rocks off to here. All right, so that being said, you grabbing him, make a
Potentially get him here.
All right, make an athletics check for me, Thorn. Make it a good one.
I'm shit at athletics.
Let's see.
Okay.
Well, maybe not today. That said, with a 17, you pick up Anthony, you immediately begin to just chuck him off to the side. As you do, without the help of the ice and also the light or low gravity, he begins to go flying. And we'll say, probably like, we'll do this, D20. And that's how many feet it goes, plus 5. Jesus, all right. Didn't think it'd go that far. 5, 10, 15. And he starts going about right here. Oh, wait, hold on. 15 from you. 5, 10. Yeah, he gets about right over here and then slides off a little bit. He's like somewhat towards safety, but not really, as much as you can kind of do as like an object interaction. But that said, what else you got for your turn?
Then I point to Zappy to get to Anth. Then I stand in front of Lika. And I think that's the only thing I can do.
All right. That said, keep in mind, I don't think. Wait, do you have a health potion on you? I don't think you received one.
Oh.
Nah. Oh well. Unfortunate. That being said, do you just stare or into the face of the bird?
I just stare at him.
All right. That being said, you steal your resolve and you look into the face of death as it stares you directly back. That moment in time, Thorn, I believe that is your turn. Aegon will look over towards Pyre and say, "This is getting bad. Should I go for it?"
Is it to escape or is it to get rid of the bird?
Cause a distraction, escape. Through the spell of erupting earth, I can make sure this entire nest will collapse, hopefully with the ice.
Do it.
You sure it could end up making where everyone sort of collapses down with them?
Then don't do it. Wait for it.
Yeah. Also, the bird is the only threat around.
Am I doing it or not? Which one?
Wait for my signal.
Okay. He will hold his Aegon will hold his action to cast Erupting Earth for Pyre's signal. That is his turn. And that being said, speaking of which, Pyre, you receive initiative. What would you like to do, buddy?
Can I get next to Anth?
Yeah, you could easily
Like-
do that. You can just walk over.
Okay. I'm gonna go there.
You don't have to like walk all the way around. You can just walk through this sort of thing. I'm gonna just
Oh,
assume
okay.
that you're behind it or whatever, which is what Anth is.
Okay. So then, if I can get there,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, it is time to run. Grab who we can and go. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud. 20 foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within a range. Although, what is the, like, how fast is it blowing currently? Like, is it whipping pretty good?
Like the wind and whatnot? Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be. It would be.
Because if there's a wind at 10 miles per hour, it disperses it, and that's why I'm kind of...
Let me look something up.
I
One
know
moment. Time to look up Rime of the Frostmaiden mechanics. Here we go. Alright. If I can't find it within 10 seconds, I will just guesstimate and then go from there. Alright. Wizard. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't find anything. Alright, rolling a D100. Alright, so 50 or higher, it is like going 10 miles an hour. Below a 50 is meaning that it, well, 50 and below means that it is not. 51 and higher means that it is. Alright, let's do this. 76, it is. Goodness.
Shit.
Goodness, the dice said screw you guys. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of did, didn't it? Shoot. It lasts the duration until a wind of moderate or greater speed. Yeah. Just by the chance that it actually gives cover for people to retreat, I'm still gonna cast it. Thinking that it might last one round, if that.
Alright, where you casting it at?
Probably here.
Ooh, okay, alright. So, as you begin to...
I'd
Oh, go
probably
ahead.
move it on to actually, like, I wanted it to cover everyone that's there.
Cover everyone that's there at the moment, so
Yeah.
like right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
And
being
then-
said... Oh, go ahead.
With my last movement, I would drag Anth back over this way.
Alright, good stuff. I'm going to drag his token... Oh, God damn it. I'm on the thing. Wrong. Over here. Alright, so as you're dragging his token all the way off to the side using that of the ice and low gravity, you immediately bring him over here. And as that happens, before any of this happens, you unleash that of the spell, the fog cloud, and you do see as the winds begin to pick up for a brief moment, and you see as the vision over here, it does seem to definitely be harder to see for this moment in time. However, the wind is getting ready to blow it past. Let's see if we are lucky enough. All right. D100, you want to see a 50 or higher. 56. All right, Pyre, or essentially this is how long the fog cloud lasts. It lasts until your next, or the beginning of your next turn. If you were to roll a 50 or below a 50, it would have lasted until, pretty much, True People's turns afterwards. That said, good stuff. Is that all you got?
That's all I can do.
All right, Pyre. That said, next up in initiative, I believe, is Zappy. He is going to sort of He
I
does.
pointed towards Anth as well before.
Oh yeah,
before.
you did. He is going to rush over to Anth then, and he is going to blink forth with electricity, and he's going to just sort of bite the collar of Anth and start dragging. All right, that's all he can do at this moment. All right, he's going to use his action to dash and start dragging him over here. All right, that's about as far as he can get. That said,
Can you take him directly east so he's not running right into the dog?
Yeah.
if you wanted to, sure. All right, fine.
We gotta wait.
Can I
Oh,
direct
no.
Zappy the right way? Be like, no,
He sees he's just like, he just starts biting down, dragging Anthony like, no, and he just point the other way. He's like, huh? And he's like, okay, fine, all right. That's it. All right, that is Zappy's turn. Oh no, Anth, you have not been healed. You have not. Keep in mind, I think you guys got a health potion from earlier. I think, if you haven't.
I thought we used it already.
Yeah, I think we have used all the health potions.
No, you got a health potion earlier today.
Oh,
did
today.
we?
Oh.
Yeah. Kat gave it to her, or to someone.
Oh.
She even mentioned it in the chat.
Oh, I thought it was from like earlier.
I'll
session.
check.
Yeah, it was like from the beginning of the session.
Oh.
Oh,
did not know.
I did not notice.
Yeah, Anth has the health potion on them at the moment.
Yay!
If I knew
Oh,
that, I
boy.
would have healed.
Wait, is that a fail
Hey,
or
who
a
has the
success?
potion?
Well, you don't roll until I say to roll, so this could be either really good or really
okay.
bad. All
It
right,
has a potion. He does.
he does have a potion.
That
That's
was right
it.
before the raid.
Supplies.
And it was right before the raid. No, the raid. It just.
Oh,
The raid
No
hit
wonder
the
I didn't
potion.
see it.
We were kind of invested.
Oh
no
man,
idea-
that's
I
more
had
than
no idea
fine.
the whole time
That being
ago.
said, well, it's time to show me your strength, and it's all up to this one, buddy. As this is happening and occurring, before you roll, because now the chance of death is very real. What is
Yeah, okay.
one final thing that you remember or think about before you make this roll?
I suppose it would be that the moment I met Laika after leaving the circus, since that's kind of a turning point in this man's life.
As you begin to do so, you gaze off towards the likes of Lika, and you see as her unconscious body is sort of laid out there, as Thorin is, or as Thorin is getting ready to seem to be standing up to the storm bird before immediately Pyre lets off this sort of smoke of the fog cloud, and it dissipates. As your vision begins to wane, I need you to make a death saving throw, D20 for me. Come on, buddy, come on. 11! That's a success! Oh god! Just barely with a success. That said, as you look towards Lika, you begin to almost feel a little bit stronger for a brief moment. You have to hold out for a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. That said, that is your turn. Oh boy, and then we turn towards you. Oh, you got yeeted across the screen. Lika. I need you to make a death saving throw for me.
Here you go!
Come on. Oh, that's a 5. Oh no, Lika, I need you to tell me what's another memory that plays in your head.
At the ship. Bottom of the ship. And we just got in, and Anne has given her the big mug of ice cream and has been telling her something very, very important. She's completely forgotten how important it was until Pyre sits down at the table and the other guy sits down at the table, and they're all sitting there and they're about to play a game, and she's got a big mug of ice cream. She looks over at Anne and she feels super safe and super happy.
That being said, as you begin to feel safer and safer, that happiness you see as an individual seems to be kind of with a masked sort of face, with a massive scythe beside them. Then the god of passage and Aetheros begins to near, as it's nearly your time to head to the underworld. That being said, that is one failure on your death saving throw. Now we look towards the rock. Oh goodness. At this moment in time, this individual just will see as this fog cloud begins to appear before them, and immediately he begins to just sort of scan the area. He's going to make he's going to spend his action making a perception check to see through it. As he activates that, all you see is his eyes begin to light up once more and try to peer through it. Perception check, 22. Ooh. That said,
No, he sees me.
you'll see as he peers through the fog, but that's all he can do for now. Thorin, what would you like to do? He does have his reaction though, so keep that in mind. Well, you can't use his action to hit you. What you got for us, buddy?
But I'm gonna do the same thing with Lika as what I did with
Leek? Oh yeah. So the thing is, you can see Lika because she's right beside you. The bird, however, isn't on the ground, so he has to directly look down and look through the smoke. That's why you have to make a perception check. But Lika, you can just literally see her foot and her bushy tail off to the side.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna throw Lika as well, as far as I can.
Alright.
It should be easier because she's smaller, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That said, athletics check for me, Thorin. Come on. -1! Oh god. That being said, as you try to... Go ahead.
I'm gonna use inspiration for that.
DM's inspiration.
Yes.
Alrighty, reroll for me, buddy. That's a lot better. So here's what happens. So as you're trying to pull and just sort of throw that of Lika, you begin to see as an individual, a small sort of circular or individual begins to appear. They seem to have another circle or onto the sphere with two sort of fins that are sort of floating about. As they begin to slowly approach, they begin to help you and assist you and drag and toss Lika off to the side. That said, all right, time to roll a d20 plus 5 and see exactly how far does she go. Jesus, you straight up launch, Lika. Oh my god. 25. You send her flying off to the side, and Pyre, at this point you can see as she begins to slide off over to where you can have a little bit of vision on her. Thorn, that is just your free action. You have the rest of your turn. Anything else for us? Got an action, got a bonus action, got a martial check. Got a lot of tools, but...
Okay.
So, is the rock actually within striking distance of Thorin since it's flying currently?
Oh wait, actually, let's find out. Regardless, you don't necessarily know what it's capable of, but I mean, it is 30 feet in the air at the moment. So, choice is yours. What you doing?
I still have an action, right?
Action, bonus action, and movement.
Okay. I'm gonna disengage.
Alright, you're gonna disengage. Alrighty, so as you begin to disengage, making sure, dodging from anything that he possibly can throw at you, you see as he tries to reach out, however, he can't do so. Not within range. Alright. That is your 30 feet. That is your action to move, I believe. You have a bonus action. Or, excuse me, you have a bonus action if you got anything else.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to restore to a spell slot from sorcery with sorcery points.
Nice,
since I don't have any use for them.
All right. That moment in time, you feel yourself almost re-energized at this point as your form begins to crackle with electricity. That is your go. All right. Aegon's turn. He will look over towards Pyre, just waiting like, now.
If you can avoid hitting anyone, do it now.
No promises, but I'll try my best. That being said, at this point in time, Aegon will cast the spell Erupting Earth. Oh boy, 20-foot cube. He is going, or how far can he throw it? 120 feet. That's really good. Gonna try to cast it as much as he can onto the rock over here, and he's going to unleash a 20-foot radius. Oh, wrong thing. Boom. Wait, what? Why is it? Oh, I'm an idiot. That's why. Haha. Yep. All right, here's what's gonna happen. You see as Aegon begins to immediately conjure forth out of his hands, you see as he begins to take out a small sort of scroll for a brief moment, and as he begins to sort of write onto it, you watch as the words themselves begin to sort of apparate and appear, and immediately you see as amongst the ground it begins to rumble and shake and tear. Thorn, you watch as the ice below you and all around you begins to slowly crack, as you see as down below the ice begins to immediately give way. It shatters forth, and immediately from reaction, you see as the entire nest on the other side begins to collapse directly into the water itself. You see as the entire nest begins to almost flip completely over. This wolf over here, this guy's dead. There is no saving him. He is dead. As the entire mountain cliff and the entire nest itself collapses onto him. You watch as the rock immediately begins to sort of flap its wings to try to avoid that of the debris and damage. However, at this point, you have an opening. Aegon will look over around and say, "Do we have everyone? Can we go?"
Pyre's just like starting ready to like run. He's
all right. You will see as Aegon will travel forth with you. That said, oh god, and then he will see as he will look over towards Ant's unconscious body and just see, oh boy, he's gonna pick you up, Ant, and just start hauling you. Yeah, he's gonna see his Zappy's trying to do his thing, but this is probably faster. I'll see if he notices it. Aegon's perception is, he has a +1, d20 +1. 10. He's more focused on his survival rather than, you know, looking around for a potion. But Pyre, make a perception check real quick to see if you see it. 20. You do see as he picks him up, there is a potion on Ant's, sort of like kind of on his satchel at the moment, or hanging out of his satchel.
Okay.
All right. That said, he's going to march forward, grabbing Anth, and keep on charging forward. Pyre, you receive initiative. What do you got for us?
I don't know. That's the problem. So I'm probably gonna first run over to Anth, and as an action, I'm gonna grab the potion and give it to him.
Smart, smart. So as you take that of the potion, you're just trying to like keep up with this Goliath as he is hauling ass. You immediately charge forth and try to do you try to tell him to stop or something?
I like stop him briefly to like give him the potion and be like, that will make it easier, and then I'm gonna start trying to run back.
Fine, hurry. That being said, you take that of Anth and you immediately begin to feed him the potion. As you begin to, or as you lay him down, you begin to see as life begins to come and flow back into you, as you see all of everything sort of almost apparating and appearing. The rocks around, the giant fog cloud off to the side, and the face of Pyre as he is right above you. You're brought back to consciousness. I need you, Pyre, to roll a d4 for me to see how much he's healed by.
Oh shit, we forgot something. We forgot wild magic after casting chromatic orb.
Oh. I feel like that's a little too far down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, just roll a d20 real quick. Roll a d20.
Roll d20.
That was like about 40 minutes ago.
I know.
Oh, 14 does. Yeah, 14. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just remember that next time. And I'll say this, next time we'll reconcile. It'll be 2 wild magic surges.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no.
And whether that'll be a good thing or a bad thing, we'll see. That said,
it hasn't been good this far.
that said, Anth, you're back up. Pyre, you got anything else?
I'm gonna look down at Zappy, because he can teleport, right? Like, I know he can teleport and just like do like a little thing.
Yeah.
I'm basically gonna tell him, get Lika, and I'm gonna kind of, as I'm like running past him.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make an animal handling check. He hasn't been along with you guys that long.
That's true. Oh well. Rip.
He's just like, he's just sort of growling towards the individual. He doesn't really understand. He probably doesn't understand who Lika is or that name. It doesn't seem like, you know, ingrained in his head yet. You could probably like point to her if you want to.
Yeah, I was like, you know, get her and go.
So you point. Okay, I know what he's gonna do. All right. That being said, Pyre, that is your turn, correct? Or are you moving anywhere else?
That's everything I know of that I can do. I don't really have anything bonus action wise.
All right. That said, Zappy's turn. Zappy is going to march forth. He's going to charge towards Lika. He's going to blink, same a little bit of movement, and he is going to roll. All right, Lika, I need you to roll a D100 for me. And real quick, so here's what I need, or here's the DC. So, on a 60 or higher, he will grab you and start pulling you as well. Anything below that, then he will just stand over your position and try to guard you like a good guard dog. So, need to roll a 60 or higher. 72. Oh god. You will see as he will bite down onto Lika's collar and begin to just start dragging. Alright. That's about as far as he can really go, but that's it for that. Alright, that is Zappy's turn. Oh wait, he'll use an action to dash probably. Alright. He'll get to about like right here in this moment. That's all he's got. Anth, what would you like to do as you receive initiative?
Once he gains the consciousness, he would just say to Aegon, "Can you let me down?" And
oh, you're on the ground right now.
Okay, yeah. So he would just stand up. Probably would see like unconscious and immediately rush over and use Cure Wounds on Lika.
Good stuff. So as you begin to do so, cast the spell and target her. Lika, immediately you feel yourself brought back to life, but just barely. Ooh, that's a big heal right there.
Not just barely.
That being said, immediately, Lika, you begin to come back to consciousness, and the first thing you see is your lifelong companion and Anth will bring you back to life. That said, you have 12 HP to you. Good stuff. All right.
Thank you.
Oh god, we're getting to the wire.
We've got this. No, we got this. Let's go.
Anth, that is your action. You have a bonus action and movement. Anything else?
Wait, how far is... Okay, never mind. I think... Oh, how much range is there? Oh, 60 feet, okay. I would use Bardic Inspiration.
Using Bardic Inspiration on... Oh, also the fog cloud is gone, by the way.
Yeah, I would use Bardic Inspiration on Thorin, but just shouting, "Run!" and just...
Alright, as you begin to do so...
in any way possible.
That being said, as you...
the fog cloud still be there because it's not the beginning of my turn?
The beginning of your turn was already... It already happened.
Oh, gotcha.
We're on Anth's turn, so it goes Pyre, Zappy, Anth, and all that stuff. So yeah. That being said, alright, Anth, as you begin to bardically inspire Thorn, you feel a little bit invigorated and ready to go. That said, is that your turn?
And I would use my movement to move ahead as we are.
That moment in time.
Oh, shit. Oh, I had the measuring tool.
Alright, so you charge forth as far as you can. Lika, you receive initiative. At this point, you see as almost all of your allies and yourself are out, but except for you. Or, excuse me, except Thorin. That said, what would you like to do?
Thinking that King Thorin is actually kind of smart, actually, and he has some survival skills. He'll be like, "You better run! Get out of there!" Boy, Zappy, and then she's gonna follow. She's gonna race forward this way.
All right. That said, full action, bonus action, and movement.
Gonna run.
All right. Keep in mind, oh boy, if that's the case, it is now time for the Rock's turn or Stormbird's turn, and then it will be Thorin's turn. Oh dear God. Now we look towards this. Thorin, you remember exactly that he did see you, but the problem is this entire portion of the nest is completely collapsing, is sinking directly beside you, and you're almost having to avoid that debris and rubble. Oh boy, here we go. The Stormbird, after seeing your position, he is going to... Oh man. Oh God.
Hey, it's gonna fuck me up.
No, it's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. Thorin, I have, well, we'll see. I have good news and potentially upsetting news, and you might understand what this means in a moment, but, you will see as the creature, after their eyes begin to shine purple, Thorin, you watch and you kind of have this strange sort of feeling going about you as you're trying to run away, and you look behind you, and you feel a sort of unearthly presence about you. They seem to be an astral figure surrounded in sort of this starry light. You're not entirely sure. They seem to be humanoid from what you can tell, but they definitely don't seem to be here. They seem to be sort of going about doing their own business. That being said, that is an echo call. You know exactly what that means. And you see as the creature looks directly at you, and it has a new target. Oh boy. So the bad news is it knows, from what you can tell. Now you out of game know what that probably means or what kind of thing this vision, this kind of thing has. The good news is it maybe doesn't necessarily want to kill you, but it may probably want to capture you. So, because all these sort of carnage and wreckage from before, it will make an attack roll at you with disadvantage. And if so, we've seen its damage, you're most likely not going to survive it. So I wish you the best of luck. It all comes down to this, my friend. Talon attack going towards you, disadvantage. You see as the Stormbird begins to raise and flap its wings and immediately just dive bombs for you in one fatal swoop. You see it's just trying to dodge all the bits of rubble haphazardly, trying to get towards its prey. Talon attack coming towards you. Oh, that's double 15.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Here we go.
I don't suppose there's any saving throw for that.
No, not when you're unconscious. That said, you will see as and watch as Thorin immediately. Yeah, there's not even any type of inspiration can sort of save that one. Nah, I don't think anything can break that of your AC. It's only a sorcerer. Yeah, you gotta lower that down by 14.
I only have 12 AC.
Yeah, you gotta lower it down by 14. It's not happening, at the least.
Oh no.
That said, you guys all watch as the Stormbird begins to pick up Thorin's unconscious body. And as that happens, you see as the Stormbird, with 120 feet of movement, he is going to soar off and away.
No.
Oh boy. Yep. Oh man.
Fuck.
That being said, as you guys all begin to see as Thorin's lifeless body is being taken, that is where we will have to end today's session, as we are at time. Oh my god. Oh boy. Here we go.
So we saved one person and lost another. Great.
I have a feeling we
Gonna
might
look
do
at
this
Aegon
again
and
soon.
be
We
like,
might.
Oh
Better have been
my
worth it.
god.
Better have been worth it, Aegon. All I can say. Did we get an idea of their direction? I
Yep.
feel like one and
So
saying,
the
okay,
good
okay.
news is they're kind of headed towards the way you came from. Kinda. But
I mean, I don't feel like it's good news as we should probably be heading that same way.
Oh
We have to
goodness.
head that same way, don't we?
Yeah.
I would not
I
recommend
don't
running
like that
for all
bird,
the
but-
undead, though.
This is
man.
this is an interesting turn of events, my friend. This is an interesting turn of events.
Fuck.
Because they wouldn't have done the fog cloud, or they wouldn't have
Why?
done the sort of a thing, because, I mean, they could see, but they couldn't see that well. Might as well use the ability that allows them to see a little bit. Oh shit, it happens to be that one with that sort of thing. Oh god. Oh man. That being said, we're gonna have to figure out what happens next time on Rime of the Frostmaiden in session 6.
I should have reacted with shield, just to see if wild magic can save me.
Oh man.
Fuck.
That being said, I'll be
Mark,
right
you're
back.
amazing, though.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna talk to chat and all that stuff, but and break everything down. Oh man. There are so many different things that could have happened. Some people in chat know exactly what could have happened, and I had it just in case, but oh goodness. Good gracious. I'll be right back, guys. Awesome stuff. Hope you
Okay.
enjoyed yourselves.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta switch to the overlay. Thank you everybody for tuning in and watching. My name is SenseiSuplex, and essentially I am a professional dungeon master. Wow. But yeah, I'm a professional dungeon master, seeking to bring all of your game or multiple bits of experiences and freaking awesome sort of stories to you guys for all of you to enjoy. But also, I run a giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora, where not only does this game take place in the same world and universe, but multiple other games as well, or including the Friday game, the Sunday game, and the Monday game. All that sort of stuff all affect each other in big or small ways. Again, they're all in the same sort of area. That being said, if you guys ever feel like or ever want to join in, maybe on the fun, maybe as a player in one of the many games that we have in Project Aurora. Now granted, I'm not the only one necessarily doing this. There are actually several other dungeon masters in Project Aurora who also are running these games in the same sort of universe. But if you want to see if you can get into a game that way, be sure to join the Discord, and also be sure to follow me on all socials and all that stuff. Last but not least, since I do this sort of thing full time and whatnot, basically this is how I make a little bit of money or whatever. This is my day job, as I am a full-time sort of content creator and dungeon master, but also a student in university and all that stuff. So hey, if you ever want to support me in anything that I do and keep the lights on, be sure to check the Patreon out. It's freaking awesome. You guys get lots of things such as battle maps, homebrew subclasses and races such as like the red or the ringtails and the red pandas as Lika is playing, and many more, and even that of the Biju, which is what Thorin is playing. So hey, if you want to support me, best way to do it is through Patreon, or hey, even consider dropping off a sub. It does mean the world to me, and I do really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching. We're gonna see if we can toss over a raid somewhere. Let's see, is anybody streaming at the moment? Oh, Roll Together RPG is streaming. So yeah, we're gonna throw it over to Roll Together at the moment. They're a part of the little stream team that we got for everybody, and they're a bunch of awesome individuals. So I wish that each and every single one of you go hang out with them and leave a follow on their stuff, and yeah, just tell them that they're awesome people. That said, I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.